we're on. This will be the one. Buy a couple of them. It's a bit of a beast. Let's go for the fat juicy engine. Hang on. Gotta go then. Victor, hello, how's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. I've just finally, I've been messing around with the mods. Finally managed to get them sorted out just at the last minute. Mr. Wolf, it's a good name. Hi, how's it going, man? Good to have you joining us. Rebel by choice, morning. How's it going, dude? I'm just going to go with crane suspension. I don't really know. I'm just going to be playing around with this for now. That's what she said. Yeah, like I said, I've just finally got all the mods done. I've seen Kenneth Russ, Wolfman, hope all is well. Yeah, not too bad, cheers, dude. Ghostly Meows, hey there, Wolf, how's it going? Noob Girl, hi, how's it going? Good to have you joining us. I'm going to have to go for the chained. What do we got? Are they like just some custom version? Let's go for them. I'm only just going to have a little drive around with this for a start. I'm on my mod playthrough, so I've not got the garage and everything unlocked on Lowlands, so I might get some of them missions done, because they're actually pretty good little missions. Matt Dotty, what up? How's it going, dude? C. Van Treese, that's a big truck. It's a bloody monster. Again, it's the literally the first time I've even clicked on it, had it, seen it, finally been able to get it actually working and everything. Let's go for the longest one. It'd be rude not to. Does this thing really need a snorkel? Some serious tyres on it. Jeez, I got it hold some stuff. Is that long? That's pretty cool, like a double long log thing. In fact, we might have to try that. Probably, I'm gonna just nip out in it first, but I do like the idea of that double log thing. Oh, the crane looks pretty cool. Might have to take the crane out. Oh, what do you mean locked? Another add-on? Does it give me any hint of what? Not so far. Jason, sup Mr. Lone Wolf, how's it going, dude? Salvage platform? No. So there's going to be something in here that you have to add, maybe? It's not looking good. It's got to be something. I did put the crane suspension on, didn't I? Justin Lynch, hello, how's it going, dude? Just trying to figure this thing out. Right. I put the crane suspension on, so it's definitely not that. Davis78, hey Mr. Lone Wolf, how's it going, man? Well, it says for use with the large cranes. I can't see it being the tyres. Unless there's something I've got to add. At least I can sideboard platform. Okay. What'll do? Large log crane, cargo crane. Oh, so what? You've got like big grabber claws on the front. Let's go for a normal crane first. Rubber by choice, think it's the box. Yeah, the sideboard thing. We've got it done. Let's get a nice bright colour just so we can see what's colour coded, what's not, and everything. Yugo or Loaf? I'd have to go for Loaf. Like it was going to be any other one for me. Mark Rowe, hey Mr. Wolf, you need the cargo frame add-on installed. I appreciate it, man. I think then we're good to go. I did, yeah, did all the engine and everything. Yeah, I'm only on Black River at the minute because I've not got the garage. This thing is definitely a beast. I assume, yeah, it should still be able to get out of like the entrance way to garages. It's pretty cool though, just being able to have a vehicle like this. can't even pull the camera out anymore. Is that, I'll just check quickly, is that like the field of view or whatever fully out? Yeah, I think it's that one, isn't it? Well. Trailers, what? Got to get a trailer. Well, first things first. I have to get a goddamn horse. See how high the trailer, the crane can go. I need to know that. Even though I probably am like months late by now getting this bloody thing. I'm gonna leave that loaf. Get a brand newie. Tune them up quickly. At least the scrolling menu's going pretty quick today. Sorry, I missed a bit there. Oh, the PS5, just waiting for it to arrive. I'll let you know how it handles. I can see, sorry, I missed like one sentence. Something PS4 compatibility is kind of bad. So PS5, I've not really like been seriously looking for one, but I've just saw every now and then been typing on eBay and this and that. They still seem to be sold out in a bloody lot of places. I'm sure there is definitely places you can still get them, but yeah, seems a bit of a I don't know. They've been like kind of hard to track down for quite a while, it seems. Loaf for Prime Minister, I say. Definitely. He certainly wouldn't sell out. He'd slap them all around. Probably best to just disband them all. Start again. Start from the bottom, work his way up. He's a goddamn professional. He'd have it whipped up ship shape in no time. Got the Munchies show. This is obscene. What's that? The crane. It's definitely it is on the large side. I'll give it that. Tried the more colours mod. Gets you some wacky loads. True, I do need that actually because I'm severely lacking in colours. Oh, so I suppose it's kind of obvious when you look at it. I was expecting it to be able to extend, but when I'm pushing the left stick forward, it's just going down instead. It's not the end of the world. To its credit, well, obviously reaching over the front of itself, it can barely do then, but it's it is quite a long crane. It's weird though with the. I keep expecting to extend it. Oh, I don't want to knock my log out of the sky. Well, it's not an easy log to get up there. Victor Lone, I recently bought the PS5, just waiting for it to arrive. I'll let you know how it handles. Heard PS4 compatibility is kind of bad. What do you mean with PS4 compatibility? Is that like to be able to play on multiplayer or something, or is that like with the amount of games and stuff? Rebel by choice. I'm having trouble with mods right now. To be honest, I've been on this bloody game for hours, just trying to sort the mods out. Part of it was my cock up because I even went online on my phone and everything, tried to get the. Remember to log into mod.io and all that. It wouldn't let me. I could look through the mods, but it wouldn't let me download any, including this, which I finally found. And then I assume I can pack. Yeah. Let's just go for a little drive while I'm yapping away. Yeah, I went on mod.io, did all that, couldn't get it to work, and then in the end it was finally like when you press more, so triangle on the PS4 and get like another menu up. I was able to log out and log back in. Then it was taking ages to refresh and load the mods. They're all just like black boxes basically. I wasn't bringing the pictures up or anything, so yeah, I was messing around for ages, and then it was like automatically, like it was trying to re-download loads of my mods and all sorts, so bit of a pain in the arse. Prince Albert Loaf. Isn't that like the name? Hey, they got some flex in it, yeah, it has as well. Like not just left and right. So is that actually A little bit, it's not the end of the world. It seems to flex up and down, which is probably not a bad idea, to be honest, because when you go over the brow of a hill, if this was like one solid truck, it'd, yeah, be doing one hell of a wheelie. I like it. I'd say it'd be nice if it went a little bit faster. Not much, just a little bit of juice. My friend said PS4 games on PS5 is not fully optimised. Like some titles don't work. Yeah, it seems a bit odd really, like the, I don't know, it's like they just decided one day to release the PS5 and didn't really have much of a smooth plan to just like switch it all over. Obviously that's the thing as well, in the, well yeah, this year, now we're at the start of the year, there should, more games should be coming out that are actually optimised and made with the PS5 in mind. Because these days, say if you played the Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS5, which I'd be surprised if they don't have a version you can play on that. There's only so much you can gain these days. Like graphics are already just good enough on the PS4, etc. Not like they may, I'm sure they're better graphics on the PS5, but yeah, graphics these days are just good enough. This thing's definitely taking a lot of damage just as I'm driving along. Bad news is it's blown a tyre. The good news is, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, 20 wheeled. Well, yeah, they single wheels. Yeah. So blown a tyre, 19 to go. Logan, awesome 6. Hi. Hi, Loaf. Loaf says, hey back. Hi. Can I play with you someday? There might possibly be someday. Yeah, doing the multiplayer. So if I ever get around to doing that, then yeah, it could well happen. Does that dog still appear? Or wolf, husky, whatever it is. I'm going to pack the crane in a sec as well, so it's kind of getting in the way of the camera. I'm not going to drive this thing around forever, I just wanted to give it a little go. It would be nice to go and do a mission. Yeah, there's the dog. It's still there, it survived. I used this to build a bridge outside the garage in Maine. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. Do you know what? I might be able to do that. I've not got the bridge layer on, but I've got the bridges, I believe. So I probably could use this to do that. Well, overall, I do like this. It's pretty cool that it's like a gigantic vehicle. As far as driving along here, now I'm close. I'm going to have to try its tree killing abilities, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's the most thrilling to drive around, like, especially on a live stream or something, but as far as doing missions, it would probably be pretty cool. I assume there's got to be some half decent cargo space. And if this doesn't kill trees, I'll be amazed. Dead, dead, dead. Get across and get this one. Oh, way too much steering. Oh, we killed another one though. They're invincible trees, so that's fair enough. It's definitely got some good weight to it. Bump them first trees down without like really even noticing. You should be able to get this one. And with a short run up, it's looking pretty good. Oh, it's invincible. It's not really mattering. Oh, it wasn't. until it all went wrong. Well, that's me probably well and truly skewered. But yeah. Pack that. I'm gonna have to recover. Goddamn horse first. Where is this thing? Titanium. Right, let's go and find something a bit more normal to do with it. Let's change the crane quickly. What else have we got? Salvage platform. 5 cargo. You think it'd hold more than 5 cargo, really, wouldn't you? Has it got anything that can hold more? Consumables, medium pipes. Holds 2 loads. But it apparently can hold other stuff as well. Mr. Lone Wolf the best. Hi, how's it going? Appreciate you joining us. Rebel by choice. Little tree stopped it, what the fuck? That's the thing. They're like the invincible trees. You don't mess with them. I wonder what the next runner game will be. Road Runner, Sand Runner, or even Mountain Runner will be cool to see. True, some kind of like those World's Deadliest Roads kind of programs. If they had a bit more of like a full-on cliffside, sort of a mountainy road, that kind of map. I'm surprised they've not done something like that in this map. I think that's about the only thing missing from this most recent phase. I'm definitely liking it, enjoying it, not getting bored of it or anything. It's about right. I'm like, there's a few little simple missions that are a bit meh to make a video on, but yeah, there's not anywhere that's like, well, not really, that's like fully sort of cliffs and you gotta squeak your way through there and that. You know you are making it as a YouTuber when people are naming themselves after you. I must admit, when I read the name, I was like, Mr. Lone Wolf. It's yeah, it's pretty mad. Was that Brian Wegener? Lone Wolf, just an idea, you should play multi with some patrons for a stream sometime. True, it's I've sort of gone through it before though. It's one of them, it's tough to call how it's going to go down or what's going to happen. Sorry, my camera is literally stuck in the roof. I'm trying to get it out of it. So yeah, it's one of them. I'll sort of never say never, definitely. But actually getting around to it, getting everyone sort of on the right time and then getting it all just done, and then I don't know, like, I don't know how it'll end up as the end product either. Where can I get cargo from quickly? Just from, I just want to see. Oh, I'll go to the farm, it's not too far away. Wolf, hi, how's it going, dude? David Kaiser, how was your week, Wolf? Yeah, not too bad, cheers. Pretty normal, bit busy. Getting a few bits and bobs sorted, but I'm about catching up, kind of. Getting things ticked off the list. Yeah, how's everyone else's week then? It's like everything's sort of opening back up a bit now. Certainly, I think everyone's bored, bored of the whole pandemic shit. Everyone's just ready to get back to normal. Which, to be fair, my normal is living like a hermit crab. Like a hermit crab that's up at night. Best time. Yeah, not really done a whole lot. Dodged a bit of a bullet, thankfully. I was yesterday after doing the video. Got a right banging headache, so came on pretty quickly as well. But yeah, eventually managed to get to sleep, thank God. And then when I woke up, felt pretty good. Feel pretty normal today, cheers. New Zealand has the best pies. I've seen a comment of it, but I assume it was you saying that. What sort of pies are we talking? I'm interested. Are we talking like chicken pies or something, or like more of a dessert kind of thing going on? Crook, even a Miss Wolf, how's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Wolf, love the vids, but I gotta go bye. I appreciate it though. Cheers for popping in and saying hello. So it's got some pretty good steering on it with the old rear steer, considering the thing is pretty gigantic. Makes the what's it called, twin steer, look like a little baby. Rebel by choice. Cold here. Do you know what? It's been pretty cold here the last couple of days. It's not snowed or anything, but there's been enough. So it must have just been lying about that cargo then. It can only have long logs. Oh well. So I shoot, well, that does say 5. I'm pretty sure that will actually hold 5. So yeah, it did say, oh, there is that sideboard platform. So it'll be able to carry some 4. It's not a whole lot though. I was kind of hoping that that's 6. That's pretty good. I could probably live with that. Just gonna check quickly. Smithfield Dam has a warehouse close to the garage. Yeah, true actually. It does, doesn't it? It's sort of just up the road where that repair bay thing is. Scotty Frog and Sock, steak and cheese. See, I know this is going to be a shock to some people. I'm a bit iffy with eating steak, but there is certain steak-related things I like eating. It depends. I'd have to see it, to be honest. because I'd certainly never say never. Steak and cheese pie sounds like it could be pretty nice, but I am a bit of a sort of fussy eater. But then it's, I don't know. See, like steak, for example, not exactly had, I don't know, it's not going to be like the top end steaks or anything. Especially when I got given that shepherd's pie as a kid. There's a big lump of gristle in it. I don't know what the hell meat that was. That wasn't even meat. It was like the corner of a bouncy castle or something. Yeah, so it put me off a lot of stuff like that. But if I'd seen it and it was looking pretty good and I was pretty hungry, I could probably manage a bit of it. Got some new headache rub made by MIG. Is that I've got one right here actually, called Forehead. I don't know who it's made by though. I can't really see because the writing is very small and I've got no lights on in here at the minute, but they're better than I thought, to be honest. I've got like a headache stick thing that you rub across your forehead, and it was my mum first got it and I was like, well, I don't know, because I got a lot of headaches, she just like, oh, I've seen this and it might help, and I was pretty sceptical, to be honest. I was like, getting a headache pretty bad, so I was like, I can't really just see rubbing like a stick on my forehead is really going to do a lot, but I have to say, to its credit, it's pretty good. Well, at least it can hold 6, so I will actually head to Lowlands in a sec, but whilst we're close, I'm going to have to go and see how it handles the 10 trees in a row. I'm in Florida, so we don't have snow, but this is Miami, so we have snow. Did you literally, like, never have snow? Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I love snow. Even if I have to go driving in it, it doesn't really bother me. In fact, the only part I kind of don't like about snow is after you've had a load of snow and all the rest of it, when it's kind of half melting away, because then it's not good enough. It's not proper snow, but then it's just in the way at that point. Aussie man, hello Wolf, thanks, is that Doc Boy? I think it's going to eat these for breakfast, yeah. Ooh. Did a little wiggle there. Eating them, it's like the hungry caterpillar. How well is it going to turn around here, like? For a gigantic Mahusic truck, probably better than it should, but no getting around it. It ain't small. J-Mac, that's what she said. She certainly did. You beast. Let's carry on doing that. Well, we'll have to investigate more later. Killing the next line of trees, but it's interesting that it can climb. It was a funny angle, but it handled it. Oh no, that was my cock-up. Can we kind of cut in and... no. We bagged the last one. Oh shit. Been bagging that. Sorry, just seeing a bit of a comment there. Can't keep dumping and then it jumps up. Plenty of snow in the Smoky Mountains. True, exactly. One day, something. The tree's got me. Little predator tree. It's still there. There's a little triangle, there it is. Okay, I am stuck. Credit where it's due. The tree did me. Right, I think I've got all the other mods, mostly. Because that's the problem as well. I've not got many megabytes or whatever of memory left to get many more mods. I was like, once I downloaded this one, most of my other mods on, like, after I turned on Bartleby and Fox's mods, which don't really take hardly any memory anyway, yeah, there's just loads of like the little warning symbol thing saying I can't download any more mods. It's nice to actually be able to go back through the list though. By the time I finally got the list up, I went on to sort of like the date they were added, went through the list, then went through popular overall, but yeah, like I said, I couldn't download most of them. Can take out the big trees, but the little ones, yeah, it doesn't like them. again, it's just because they're like, the little ones are, or some of them anyway, are like invincible. They're just programmed never to die. To the point, it's actually a perfect example where that titanium, it just kind of started cutting through the frame of the actual titanium and then got stuck halfway down where that articulation is, so it sort of glitches through you. It did it with a twin steer a while ago on what map must it have been? Rift. There was a tree there. I finally nailed it, and yeah, I just, well, kind of phased through it. Bleaker, wolf versus tree physics. Exactly. It's the war that never ends. Right, let's go and pick one of these. Garage slots, don't really mind about that. Truck store or refuel and repair. So let's go and have a look. I'm just going to do one that's simple, or ish, simple enough. Oh yeah, contracts. Refuel and repair. It would be nice, but where have I got to drive this fat thing? Because, oh yeah, fuel, I'm going to need that off the other map, I know. Ooh, we could do that one next. I might not be doing that with this. Cargo container. Oh, God, imagine trying to turn around in there. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. Concrete slabs. There is 2 there. Solid, let's do it. It's a bit of a simple mission. The devs were on holiday last week, so no new mods. Do you know what, actually, yeah, when I was going through, I did, even though, like, I've not been able to download any for weeks, if not a month or more now, it did usually bring, like, the first couple of pages up. And, yeah, I did notice I've kind of seen the same mods for a little while. Right. Oh yeah, 6, so I can get the 2 cargo containers. Steering's good, it takes a little while to kick in. And then concrete slabs, which shall I go for first is the question. Try to disown Lone Wolf on Aberystwyth Day. Indeed. I just nearly disowned my suspension. Not by choice. I can't download any new mods. Might try logging out. Basically, what I did in the end, yeah, is that like when you press on the PlayStation anyway, if you press the triangle button, it's called. There's a menu that just says more, and you can like disable all, enable all that sort of stuff, and then right at the bottom it says about login out, and then log out, click log in for some reason as well, which is a bit weird really, is you log back in, type your email in, and then it sends you like an authentication code. It's like it's more secure logging back in than I'd say most banking apps are. And yeah, then it sent me an authentication code to my email, and then you type that in, and then it let me back in. And then since then, all I will say is for the first hour or so, for some weird reason, it was most of the mods were just staying as like a complete black box, and it was taking 30 seconds or something just to load from like page 1 to page 2 and so on. But it just sort of over the next hour it kind of settled down, and then yeah, by about 2 in the morning, so half an hour before I started the live stream, it kind of settled down and started behaving sort of normally. And then yeah, turning all the mods on, but then like I say, it was downloading a few, and then by the time I got it all sorted, I've still got a bit of memory left. I think I've got 800 megabytes, which sounds like a lot, but when I was going through some of the mods I was wanting to download, yeah, some of them are like even more than that. Want to use mods for my first playthrough, but want to have another for mods. Yeah, I think that's the sort of best way of doing it really. That's what I've got. My first playthrough is without mods though, so that's just like normal, and then yeah, I've got this playthrough with mods, which I'm a lot further behind in this playthrough. There's loads of engine upgrades and bits and bobs I've sort of lazily never really got around to sorting. Don't know how well this is going to be squeezing up there. It's definitely what she said. But this is a pretty good good point to raise. It's going to go, the first bit's not too bad, but the last bit I'm sure there's like a little S-bend of rocks, which is going to be interesting to see how well this goes. Yes, he does. Gaming good. Sorry, I might have missed the comments there. Yeah, that sounds like a headache. Keep playing with what I have. It's not too bad, as long as you know your email and you can go onto your email. It was just funny when it was like sending the authentication code. It's like, who's gonna hack into, I don't know, mods as me or whatever? I don't even know what someone would gain from that. I mean, again, obviously like a banking app makes sense for someone to try and hack in, but yeah, I don't really know what the big panic is. Well, to be fair, I like the fact it's got a nice fat high chin, which helps. And when the articulation goes, it's not really articulated left and right, but at least it can bend up and down. And I don't know, it kind of helps lift the chin up a bit. It's not actually really, it's certainly got like a Bruce or a Dan-sized chin, but it's not really bothering it. What's your dream car, Wolf? Do you know what? I was even thinking about this to myself the other day, funnily enough. It's hard to pick just one, is the biggest problem. Like, there's when you really, really think about it. And then there'll be loads of cars that I can never remember. Obviously a goddamn horse of a vehicle, I'd like one of them now. Without doubt, I'd love a little Loaf van, would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Something like random as well, like a Mazda 787B or whatever it is. Like the old Le Mans car, something like that would be pretty cool. The old rotary engine screaming along. Or yeah, I think I said it the other week, like a Mercedes CLK GTR. I don't know if I could single it down to one car, is the trouble. I mean, if I was like stupidly rich, Elon Musk rich or whatever, I'd have a car collection like Jay Leno, without a doubt. I'd essentially be like a billionaire and then bankrupt, but I'd own a shitload of cars. Easier dealing with the bank. True, that's what, like, when I go onto my banking app, I just put my thumbprint on. I finally get in. They can have me thumbprint, and then yeah, and that's it. But yeah, with the mods, it was like, obviously, yeah, put your email in, then it'll wait for an authentication code. Which, to be fair, it wasn't too bad. It was only like a 5-digit code or whatever, and done, and I was back on. It was more the after I got back in, it just, yeah, it wouldn't actually load any of the pictures or anything up for bloody ages. My dream car is a Nissan 260Z. Is that like the old school ones? I think, funny enough, I was watching a video. It might be a 260Z the other day. If we're thinking about the same car, then I'm definitely well with you on that one. When done right. They are, loads of old school stuff just looks so much better. I was saying this the other week as well. With like Japanese cars, yeah, the old Nissans. Because with all due respect, Nissan Micras especially just make me sick. And then, I don't know, just, you know, a lot of Toyotas and that these days are just printed off the production line. There doesn't really feel like there's any character going on or anything. I'm sure they're great cars, like, from getting you from A to B and all that. Yeah, you look back in the day and there was like, even, yeah, the old Toyotas and that, the little, like, two-seater sports car versions and all that. Pretty good looking cars. It's stuff like that. Yeah, Leno worth 400 million. If I was worth 400 million, I would own an obscene amount of cars. And that's a good example. It was like the Nissan 260Z or whatever. It just, yeah, if you actually went through the list of cars, I'd have, I don't know, I could easily own more than 1,000, I would have thought, just from cars that I genuinely like, I know the name of and I like it, and blah blah blah. And I'm sure another 1,000 or so that I, yeah, I'll just see and be like, oh, that's nice. 1967 Corvette Stingray, 427 cubic inch, Nassau blue. 67 Corvette Stingray. Do you know what? I was looking at one of them the other day. Is that where it's got like the, you know, the hardtop version, and it sort of goes off to a point at the back? Yeah, incredibly good looking car. I literally was looking at one of them the other day. Both of you have named... I might even have the video. If I go into liked videos, I can tell you... Sorry, I'll be like 5 seconds. I can tell you the name. Oh no, it's a 280Z. The video of the Nissan. The Stingray, to be honest, I didn't watch a video. I think it was just a picture somewhere. I was just looking at it for a while. There was a picture of the Stingray next to the soft top version, and yeah, I preferred the hard top version, which is just the way the back of it all like met together and everything. Rebel by choice, 4-door. Sorry, I might have missed what 4-door thing you're on about. Victor, yeah, they were produced in the 70s. Loads of stunning cars back then. Like, really, if you think about it now, if you took all the normal cars every day, there's obviously plenty of, like, stunning cars that are at the top end of the list, like, I don't know, the Koenigseggs and all that. It's one of those wheels. Oh, yeah, it's probably because I've blown the wheel. Fair enough. How is it going to get around here? Yeah, but if you took, like, America in the 70s, or just, I could say a lot of places really, England in the 70s, yeah, Japan. Don't know how well it's going to get out of here though. Help if they didn't put a stupid, that thing. We're not ramp it. We cannot. Might just have to go around the long way. Uh-oh. Doesn't look too happy. Oh, has it got actual ramps on it though that I can fold out and... Let's just check that out quickly. 240, 260, 280Z are almost the same. The worst one is the 2+2. 2+2, what is that, the seaters, or is that like... It's not like a 4-door one, is there? But yeah, if they're almost similar, then the video I was watching, I'll have to put a link to it up, to be honest, because it's an incredibly... Ooh. Let's just try these ramps quickly. I'm not sure if I freaked them out. Do you know what, I'll recover. Oh yeah, it doesn't fix any repairs, so we'll see if that actually does anything. YouTube survey, nope. Copy link. Community. Is it gonna work? I've just posted a link to the 280Z I was looking at the other day, which was pretty damn nice. Whoever's done it, it's about, it's probably, if I was going to own one, that's pretty much what I would want it to look like. It is ridiculously nice. We're just going to have to get a goddamn horse quickly. For anyone that's wondering what the hell I'm up to. General Lee, so I just seen that 69, was that 69/70? I just seen 69. It's the most important word. It's like the word your brain works extra hard to remember. But yeah, again, that's what I mean, that just the sheer amount of cars. I'd have a Smokey and the Bandit car, the old Trans Am. I'd have to get a Knight Rider car, Starsky and Hutch car. I don't know, God knows. I'll try and get a Batman car. Even though I'm not like, not that I'm not a fan of Batman, but I've got to be honest, I've not seen many of the films. Although I've heard the Batman films are actually supposed to be pretty good, so at some point I probably should get around to them. Activate ramp. What does use flatbed platform? What's that all about? Well, it just moves the winch points. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's literally like, I can't. It's not making any other difference, is it? Oh, so it is just, yeah, it's making winch points come out the back. That is pretty cool though. That's actually quite a neat idea. That's my dream car in your community tab. Is that, yeah, the one, the 280Z? It is like, whoever's done that is incredibly nice looking. Black It's got the sat nice and low deep dish alloys. It's looking good. And that's the thing, it's something like random like that I'd probably rather own than yeah, like if someone said you can have any car, I know you'd obviously probably say, oh, sod it, on a Bugatti, because you're going to get like £1,000,000 worth of free car, but... exception being the R35 GT1, because it essentially has the V8 from the Nissan Titan, but the block is something. R35 would be nice, though, Skyline. She's a beauty. I convinced my dad to buy one for parts, but it was really rusted and kind of shit. Yeah, that one on there is like, if that's all immaculate, like, underneath and all the rest of it not rusted, it's I don't know how much that would be worth, but it's certainly a pretty stunning example of one. What about a diesel Loaf? It's true, I'd rather, if I had my choice, I'd get a little Loaf van like this and then put, I don't know what engine. It wouldn't need something too crazy. I'm not going to lie, putting a little V8 in it would be kind of my first choice. Is what I'd quite like to do to a Loaf. Is yeah, but I don't know, it wouldn't probably suit it being like a big massive fat heavy V8, so I'd probably have to get like a bit of a smaller one. Something, I don't know, like a little Ferrari V8 or something would be quite funny. Just got to afford a Ferrari V8. It's like problem to that plan. I can just see V12 note, that's all I need to read, and I'm pretty much agreeing with you. I don't know what you said, but I'm gonna, what about, was it a Ferrari F40 or something? I don't know why, just when I read V8 note. Something like that. And to be honest, I don't even know if the Ferrari F40 was a V12, it might even been V8. But either way, see, there's another one though, a Ferrari F40, I'd love to own one of them. Or I'd love to just drive, that's the thing though. When it's like, I don't know, it'd be cool to own, but even when I own the M5, just the fact that, well, I had it on finance, it was like, yeah, when I heard that stone hit underneath or hit something, it's more nerve-wracking. So if I was able to have like a Koenigsegg, I don't know how much, I'd have to be worth like Elon Musk levels of money just to not care if I damage it or anything. It's too like nerve-wracking. Whereas like, yeah, that 280Z, then again, if like, because that looks so nice, knowing my look, I'd get it all done up like that, and then yeah, someone would rear-end you at the traffic lights. Rick Tate, Ford Escort Mark II, with a 2-litre engine I wouldn't mind, is a bloody good choice. Mark II Ecke would be, yeah, I'm definitely with you on that one. See, that'd easily be another one that's on the list I'd have to own. Lotus Carlton, definitely have to be on the list. Even old school stuff like, yeah, Vauxhall Cavalier, Vauxhall Calibra, I don't know. Vauxhall Calibra, they're alright, but I don't know. That'd be lower on the list, probably. But then some of the old, I can't remember the names of them, but there was like a Vauxhall they did that was like a little hatchback, and they ended up putting like a 3-litre in it or something crazy, because they were competing with someone else that did a hot hatch. It was probably in around the days of like the Group B rally, sort of where they were making like road-going versions of like nuts little hatchbacks, and yeah, one of them would be cool as well. Lamborghini Murcielago SV is another fine choice. It's funny when you see in the interior of a Lamborghini Murcielago, you wouldn't really know it's inside a Lamborghini, if you know what I mean. It looks like the interior of a normal car, compared to then if you look in like the interior of the Aventador. Now that's got like a stop, you know, like the button that's like the fighter jet button where you got to flick the little lid up and press it, and it all looks like, yeah, all mad and crazy. But yeah, when you look inside a Murcielago, it's surprisingly normal. Pickup truck, it legit looks pretty good. Through the though the company is way over their heads in pre-orders. Sorry, I missed which truck though. I would like, there is quite a few pickup trucks. I think again though, pickup trucks, off the top of my head, kind of 1980s Americans, I don't even know if it was necessarily in the 80s, but like the square body old school pickup truck have liked something like that. I don't know the particular name. There's probably a few different ones that I'd quite like. I also think I like that one he had in Back to the Future. Escort RS. It'd be pretty cool. Escort RS Turbo. My brother had a few of them as well. He had, yeah, a red Escort RS Turbo. It was pretty stunning, to be honest. This was another car that he wrecked on when he lived in the Isle of Man. Yeah, red RS Turbo, and he... what was it? He was putting the tyres on. Something, I think he got like pepper pot alloys for it. There was something, and it wouldn't, like, the stud pattern didn't fit or something. And he ended up smashing it up with a sledgehammer, like the whole car. And it was, yeah. Today, that would be like, deserve prison time for smashing it up. Back when he had it, it was still considered nice. It was a nice example of one as well, but they were at that price range where they were probably about as cheap as they were ever going to be. But yeah, a 1.8 RS Turbo, I think it was, which I definitely like one of them. And something else, like an old Peugeot 205 GTI or something would be pretty cool. It'd be the 1.9 I'd go for, unless you could get like that MI6 or whatever it's called. Or Toyota 2000 GT. Yeah, that's Matt Dotty. That's the Toyota I was thinking about, funny enough, in my head. I couldn't remember the name of it, but as soon as I just read it then, I was like, oh yeah, that's the one. That is that like, just as an old school Toyota, it's a incredibly good looking car. And they just don't make stuff like that these days. Not just normal anyway. Like normal A to B cars. They've got A to B sussed, but now they need to make them look nice. Like, why do they never make just the equivalent of like the next Ford Mondeo or Ford Escort? Why do they not make that look like a Lamborghini Aventador? Just so, yeah, there must be some secret backroom deal where it's like, don't make it that good looking, otherwise you'll put Lamborghini out of business. 72 F100. It's even old school stuff like that. It's certainly yeah, I just have like no dislike of cars, so except for something like a Nissan Micra, for what it represents. But yeah, I'd struggle saying no to a hell of a lot of cars, I've got to be honest. Is that the Rivian or Rivian? Electric pickup, really cool. I've got to be honest, don't think I've heard of it or anything. I did see actually a picture of an electric something the other day. I don't know if it was that or not, but it could have been, because I remember at the time thinking, oh, it's not like, it's not a Tesla or whatever. So I could be wrong, but I might have seen the picture. Whatever I did see, it looked alright, it looked pretty cool. When are they supposed to be bringing that Cybertruck out of Tesla? Is that supposed to be anytime soon? Thing track worthy, I could actually tack on a track. Sorry, I missed a bit of that comment. Track worthy sounds good though. Again, one day I've still got yeah, my little E30 BMW. One day I'd love to get that thing all done back up and looking like it should. So it's yeah, the M-Tech 1. It's got all like, it's a nice body kit. It's got nice side skirts and all the rest of it. It's all done by the factory and blah blah blah. Yeah, getting that just completely restored to original. If I could, in theory, one day, if I ever have the money, I'd like to get it completely stripped back, like acid dipped, every little bit of rust ground out of it, cut out of it, and pretty much return it to like a brand new vehicle. Which in theory, if I did, it'd be worth quite a bit of money. And that's not really why I want to do it. It's at least nice to know if I put the money in it, it'd hold that money. It wouldn't just be like putting 10 grand into a car that'll never be worth more than a grand or something. But yeah, I just really like the car. Always hung on to it for dear life. And yeah, I'll be bloody happy if I ever got that thing back running the way it should. The way the world is going, we all need a goddamn loaf. Exactly, that's like, one reason I would like a Loaf these days is I like vans in general just because they're handy to throw stuff in. But in England and all the rest of it, I don't really want like a big van because they can just be a pain in the arse to park and just go down narrow streets and all that shit. Something like, yeah, just a little Loaf would be a beast. Squeezing its way around all over the place. And yeah, there's a van, so there's plenty of room. You've got to throw some shit in there. And like I said, doing a little engine swap would be pretty interesting. And there's so many different configurations of the Loaf. So you've got obviously like this version. I'd rather a van, but you can get versions that have got like windows in the back and there's like a little mini bus. And yeah, there was like pickup versions. Like I said, I even found one that had tank tracks. It was, yeah, it was just the bottom half was a tank and the top half was a Loaf. Goddamn Russians. Gotta respect that shit. They know what they want. Somebody drove a Loaf and was just like, yes, imagine this but as a tank. And then they made it happen. That's how life should be. 08 HHR panel, my baby. I have no idea what that is. Uh-oh. The cargo piece doesn't look too happy being the thing in the middle of the bend. But other than that, that's its problem. I do like the fact I've got room for a goddamn horse and still 4 cargo. That is pretty nice. I have to say, like, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but this thing's alright. It's not too bad. Turning wise is decent enough. Once it actually, you do need to turn a little bit early to get it started, but yeah, it's not as awkward, and I thought it'd be a right pain in the arse to go anywhere, but it's not bad. Rivian, oh, I've seen an EV that was built. Can ford 3 foot of water. What would happen though if the juice from it got in the water? Do you reckon you could have like electrocute yourself that way? Or I don't know. Not that it. I don't know. Yeah, that could happen though, couldn't it? Surely. I don't know why. Speaking of vehicles in water, that would be one way. It'd really suck to go. Being in a car that gets plunged into a lake or something. Rebel by choice, mini Loaf. A mini Loaf would be pretty awesome. Any kind of Loaf. A super sized Loaf, mini Loaf, pickup Loaf, tank Loaf. New saying, Loaf lives matter. They certainly do. Everyone needs to get themselves a Loaf. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Oh shit, do I want to go this way? Yeah. Just cut across. I don't know if it's worth... Oh, I don't know. I wonder if we went the bridge way, I might just be able to jump the bridge. Well, we're going to have to find out now. This could all go horribly wrong. Corsac 1443. Oh, sorry, I've seen High Wolf. And then the old screen jumped up on me. But I appreciate it, dude. Hello back. Does they have stops for on the Russian maps? Respect to that driver. Does they have stops for on the Russian maps? Sorry, that's a lot I missed the top half of that one. Mark Road. Try getting it out of the garage in the Don region. Interesting. In the Don... Oh yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that's not the most fun. Oh, yeah, I've built this place up now as well. It's a bit more crowded. Right. Question is it long enough to just leap the gap? Which I've got to admit, it'd be pretty cool if it was. Even good. Cybertruck is too weird looking for me. The Rivian looks like a modern truck. And not from a fever dream. Yeah, true, the Cybertruck definitely is like a bit mad for the sake of being mad. No, I don't think that's going to have it. I would love to. But that's not going to make it in a million years. But yeah, I still need to know. That's the a problem. Just gonna have to go for it, solid. Worst case, we get some trucks out. Oh, well, that doesn't help. Oh, then again, I could have ramped my nose off it, yeah. Not even close. Question is then, can we get out of this? See, this is the kind of shit I'd be up to where, you know the day the boss visits, you're just like... one day he has to pop in. Well, distinct lack of winch points. Oh, wait, oh no, it won't really matter. I was going to say, I can move the winch points, can't I? Well, its big fat chin doesn't really help in this situation. It was turning a bit there. Send the Loaf out as a winch point. Might have to. Come on, jump Loaf. Oh, Jesus Christ, this snow. For some reason, it's only really the snow near the garage. Be in the Loaf for this one. Oh, yeah, we better go the other way. Cargo container is having a mad wobble. It's certainly not happy about being slap bang in the middle. Snow is ridiculous. It's like instant death. Yeah, we could do with being on that side though. Oh, that's on them. Change of plan. Going down the long way. Still be quicker. Get another titanium with a crane and lift it. That's a very good idea, actually. Do you know what? One way or another, we are going to do that. But I would like to send in the old horse just for a minute. I'm not going to sit there for too long, though. From here, it actually, I don't know if it'd reach from there. That's a pretty nice little wedge though. It's typical. That it hooks in. One time, better if it just bumped over. Help if the camera swings around like a fucking menace. Let's get wedged in there. Let's see. Here he comes to save the day. See how well it goes. Well, I certainly know he can save it. Just because I've learned from sheer stubbornness, there is only one, like, inevitable answer. How's it looking on the back end? Just flat chin in the way. Get in there. It might be wedged on them rocks. It might be alright. In fact, now. That's the one. Uh-oh. Get the loaf forward a bit. Work out even better. Good thinking, Loaf. Bit of daylight on the situation. Or get the heavy crane armbar Telby's Goliath. Does that lift more than like other stuff? Caught on, I think I might just be stuck on the bridge. Yeah, there we go. No way. Goddamn horse. Right. Well, I may as well bring something to crane these. But I am going to get another Goliath and we'll see if it can lift this thing up. I'm not sure if it'll be able to or not. I'll probably just go and get a normal vehicle, or normal-ish. By comparison, I think just about every vehicle is pretty normal. What's actually got a crane is the next question. Victor, so exit and relog may be the choice. What's that with, sorry, is that the mods and stuff? Have I got anything in here that's just got a normal crane? Sod it. Just put the old bandit on it. What's going on with that crane? God knows. I've seen it do that before. 102 reasons to have a goddamn professional. Exactly. He always finds a way. He's the perfect little mobile winch point. To be honest, yeah, the mobile winch point thing is probably... it's pretty high up there as one of the most handy things. That is big gigantic fat roof rack. And, well, just general aura of a goddamn professional, really. He knows what he's doing. Question is, did I find him, or did he find me? Was that his plan all along? Let me get away with that. It normally does with Fox's stuff. See? Pretty certain in a normal game it'd just be like, nope. When you were stuck with the titanium, oh right, yeah, logging back in and out. I know what you mean when it glitches into the actual map. Or hit and recover. It's like, pretty sure the hitboxes on them yellow things in the middle are a bit excessive as well. Yeah, there's some cars I can hit. Don't know why, I just can't help it. Again, it's from bloody Grand Theft Auto. They say games can change it. Looking at my cat. He agrees. He needs to get himself a loaf. Use the titanium to lift a titanium onto the roof on a Grainwoods River. What's up, Nutter? Hey? Where's the container? Can we pluck it from up here? know always a pack cargo that's on a 34. Even in base game, it just can't be literally sideways. Yeah, that's the sideways thing. It seems to get me a lot though, where it says impossible to pack. Well, it got worse for a while. It didn't used to be that bad on it, and then a couple of months ago, I don't think it was Phase 6 update, I think it might have been the Phase 5 update. It just got a lot more fussy about it. And then, to be honest, I've not really paid attention to it since, so it might have sort of calmed down. Sorry, I'm going to go a long way around by now. Oh, 45, yeah. Yeah, it is normally when it's like completely at sort of a 90-degree angle, but I don't know. It's been a little bit strict on me in the past. It's been a bit harsh. Rebel by choice, February 22nd, next phase. Ah, cool. That's not too bad. What are we on now? And you think already on? Is it the 9th or yeah, 9th of January? So yeah. Well, say I don't know, about 6 weeks-ish away then. Which is not too bad. What's up, nutter? Sorry. Got a cat trying to climb all over me. So, that's that one in the bag. What does that unlock me again? What unlock for me or whatever? Recover. Oh, so I've got the truck store. It's the refuel and repair one I'd quite like. In fact, I might go and do that one now. Bricks. Right, so it's a fuel one, really. They need to fix so many long-standing bugs. Yeah, true. There is quite a few that they really could do with getting around to. I don't know why they haven't either, because it just seems like, I don't know. They don't appear to be like major bugs as such. It doesn't feel like they're going to need to rewrite half the game to fix them. And yeah, there's just the odd thing that they just leave. It doesn't really make much sense. And then, as I've said before, they've tampered with weird stuff, like the when they did the Cat 745C that wasn't able to. In fact, you know what? I might, after all that, just take a 4 slot, because this thing should haul it no problem. Yeah, when they stopped the Cat 745C being able to carry single cargo and stuff, it was like the world's least needed. You stay there then, nutter. Oh yeah, and a loaf. Sorry, I got my cat trying to harass me. Picks his moments for attention. I'll give him that. That's the planned release date, not confirmed. Yeah, usually, for the most part, it tends to be another week or two after we hear. But it could well be. It'd be pretty cool if it's in the next 6 weeks, because, yeah, missions-wise, I've got, I don't know, about 10 or so just normal little missions. And then, yeah, about 4 contracts left. And then there is 1 or 2 mod vehicles that I want to probably do a video on. I was going to do a video on, I might still do on this titanium, it depends really, kind of messing around with it tonight. It's been pretty cool. I have to say that I do quite like it. I can see why people were saying to get it. It's pretty cool just driving a massive vehicle around anyway, but the fact that it doesn't feel like it's just a bit stupid on the map or whatever. Like I could actually see some, yeah, legitimately doing missions with it. Oh yeah, in fact, speaking of which, where is my titanium? I'm just going to recover it to the garage because it's easier, but I would like to see if it can be lifted. Buy another one. Yeah, I think we'll check the interior quickly. Not too bad. Got a crappy horn on or anything. Even some of those that did the PTS and listed problems they didn't listen to. Yeah, that's the thing, they tend to, or it feels anyway, like they skip over quite a lot of stuff like that. Like, unless it's already sort of on their radar to fix it in the first place. Oh yeah. Probably should just go with the crane one. What was it? Sideboard. Well, place your bets. I gotta be honest. I don't know. I can't really see it being able to lift it. It'd be cool. I'll be pretty bloody happy if it does. Let's get a little bit closer. Best winch point to do it from. Well, it's got it higher than I thought. I did expect though in the end I'd be able to get it stood up on its side, like on its end. Curious if we can actually like officially lift it to where it's not touching the floor anymore. Just thinking about it. Oh. Oh yes. Look at Jesus crane. Died, but then it rose again. Well, to be fair, that wasn't like a terrible effort. It's got a P12 over there, which for the first time looks kind of small. I need it nearer to me, because those crane legs. Not enjoying it. Might do it. Well, I mean, that's as near as makes no difference. Officially off the floor, I would say. Oh, I don't know, it kind of tipped me there though. What the hell is going on with the crane? Is it just me, or does this, yeah, it look kind of frozen in the air there. Well, I have to say that's pretty respectable. I don't know how heavy this titanium is. But the fact that it even attempted it is pretty good, considering like the normal cranes in the game can struggle with scout vehicles at times. Told you can put a front on 2 roof and then pick back up and slide it up. Yeah, true, to get it onto the roof. Yeah, no, that's it is pretty respectable. It's not quite fully picking up. To be honest, driving this crane's a bit weird. It sort of, because it bends like the weird in the middle. It keeps going down when I'm trying to lift it up every now and then. Crane legs. Let's try this quickly. What the hell's going on now? A quick, easy way. So the engine takes a while to start. Put it on top of the garage. Don't even know if I've got the garage built properly yet. have a look in a minute. I am on my normal plate. Oh yeah, shit. I keep expecting to extend the crane and it's not. It's clearly, I'd say it's safe to say it's better than the crane in game, because I don't think that'd have a chance in hell. I assume if I tip too far to the left, it's probably going to make me tip. That articulation in the middle of the titanium kicks in a little bit. I don't get, when I'm pressing L1, sometimes the crane lifts up, and sometimes it goes down from like the same button input. But I'd say that is officially off the floor. I don't think the trailer's going to make a subtle difference really, but yeah. Pretty respectable. Oh yeah. Doesn't do the horn, it does the crane legs. I'll leave that there for a bit. Nope. Where's my other iceberg? I'll have to get some fuel. That's not the crane, by the way, getting the truck on top of the roof of garages are wired with their hitbox. I think. Yeah, is that are you on about like with the garage? Because I've not built it properly yet. That's what I wasn't sure if it was just going to like ghost through it. I could try it near the end. All I was thinking is, if the game blue screens me with mods, it automatically closes the live stream, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. See, the snow is so bad, it even nearly stops the iceberg, which, as a general rule, doesn't really get stopped by much of anything, but it's like, I don't know, whatever the coding is in that snow just results in like practically zero grip. There's not really a lot you can do about it. Doesn't seem to make a difference like what tyres you've got or anything. Mr. Lone Wolf, have you tried packing two twice twin steers, then packing them on the titanium? I haven't. I only just got the titanium like at the start of this live stream was like the first time I'd bought one, seen it or anything. So yeah, everything I've done so far has been on this live stream. So what's that then? Pack two twice twin steers. So is that, yeah, pack a twin steer on a twin steer and then pack that on the titanium. To be fair, the fact that that crane can actually lift a lot of weight is good. It's nice to see another crane that can do it, because really there's been like Puppy Master's Heavy Wrecker, excuse me, that's always been had a bloody good crane on it. But most other vehicles just tend to, I don't blame them like the modders, it's like they just copy and paste the crane onto their mod so it just has the same characteristics basically as like the in-game one. With the garage has the same hitbox, built or not built. Oh, does it? That's not too bad then. Cheers, man, for letting me know. Dalton Jinx. This is my first live stream. I've watched of yours live by luck. By luck I wasn't working. It's a pretty good, it's pretty lucky in its own right. Yeah, well that's cool, good to have you joining us, dude. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Oh yeah, I'm a modder. I was just looking at it like, what the hell? I'm sure I did that the other day, but different playthrough. Aussie man, thinking one behind the other on the titanium. I'll have to, we'll go back, we'll experiment in a minute. I'll get this mission kind of in the bag, because then at least I can actually use stuff at my garage. I was thinking though the other day, like, if you know how it'd be nice if you could reset missions on all the different maps and everything. I don't know, like, if I'd want to reset these maps. I'm definitely not bored by the maps or anything like that. I'm still enjoying them, but Yeah, I don't know if once I've done them all, I kind of, there's not enough, yeah, kind of verticality. There's not a whole lot of that going on in the map where you can crash and fall off the side of cliffs and all that sort of stuff. But view-wise and all the rest of it. And again, terrain-wise, I think they've nailed this one pretty well, considering how brutal they can be. Yeah, heading over there. I know where I'm going. Yeah, overall, it's still been a very good phase. Like, pretty happy with it. And well, I suppose I have kind of played through twice because I've done my normal playthrough and then this modded one. One day, when we come back, I'm going to hit that tree properly. I want to know once and for all. I've hit it a few times, always a little glance in blow. I need to know. At least you can temporarily fix that bridge, unlike the ones in a moor. Yeah, is that more region? Was that phase 4? I think there was a bridge on Chimcharuski that was a pain in the arse. It was like, they're just invisible hitboxes, and yeah, it was not bridge repair friendly at all. But like that bridge I just jumped off with a titanium, at least there is no hitboxes. And like I said, I have actually got the bridge part of the bridge layer mod, but I didn't have enough memory to be able to turn the actual bridge laying truck on it as well. Victor, hey Lone Wolf, it's bit of a drift there. 10:56 PM Florida time. Gotta go to bed. Have a good day. I appreciate it, dude. Though, dude, cheers for popping in, and yeah, enjoy your sleep. Get it while you can. What's it? Oh no, it's fuel. It's not on an oversized cargo. I was gonna say. It was flying in a bit keen there. I was saying that. I've actually got the autonomous winch. The lazy trucker's dream. Oh god, now we've just got to pick a winch point that won't pop out of the ground in 0.1 of a second. Happy days. Baby Cleopatra, such a fuzzy, pretty baby like a Mama Leela. Is that your cat? My cat is curled up in a little ball between my feet as we speak. I don't know what's going on with the crane, where it seems to be like 2 cranes stuck into the roof. See me Loaf, he bailed out, he was ready. If I didn't have the lazy option. So to stick it in backwards, that's what she said of course, but I'm waiting half a year for the crane to rotate at 0.1 miles an hour. We're away. You can lift that bridge layer with the titanium. Yeah, that's what I was thinking a minute ago. It should still work as normal, shouldn't it? With like the winch points and that on it. At some point, I'm going to have to clear like my sort of last playthrough and try a few mods. Because yeah, the fact that I've not got much memory, I won't be able to keep these mods for very long, and I can't really turn them on this map without having to delete all the mods I've already got on this map. So, but there is a couple I would like to check out. I think someone as well mentioned the other week that they appear to have taken some mod memory from us, and I'd probably agree, to be honest, because I don't remember downloading any mods really for quite a while. I'm sure I used to have about 2 gigabytes or whatever of like free mod memory space, and then tonight, yeah, I only had like 600. I ended up deleting 1 or 2 mods. Got it back to 900. Oh, and then I downloaded the titanium. That dropped it down again a bit. Rich Donnelly, Morning Miss Lone Wolf, would you do a hard mode playthrough? I'm probably not going to do like a full playthrough or anything. Just because as far as like the difference between that and normal mode, on like as far as making videos go, I don't know. It won't really make much difference, other than sort of behind the scenes. I won't be able to change like the time of day. I'll probably have to, before I start the video, I'd have to like nip trailers back. It just, yeah, it'd make like the behind the scenes kind of admin of it all take a bit longer. But all it'd play out on video is just like, oh, it's night time now because I can't change to daytime and stuff like that. It sort of wouldn't really, it wouldn't be a whole load of difference. So I've got my goddamn horse. That's hard mode, easy mode, fun mode, loaf mode, all rolled into one. To be fair though, it's probably not that far from the truth, in the sense that there is certain trucks I've rescued that, strictly speaking, I wouldn't say the, you know, you could get other vehicles to do the rescues. The question is though, are you ever going to have that vehicle on you when you need to rescue? I've always got a goddamn horse with me. That's why he's always the #1 choice. I tried hardcore, it lasted about an hour. That's the thing, I just, yeah. In the end, I don't really know what I'd gain from it, sort of thing. I can tell all the things that'll just be a little bit more, yeah, sort of make me, you sort of roll your eyes and be like, oh crap, I've got to go and do that first before I can just get along with the mission I want to do. And I think I might have said this the other day or whatever in a video, or the other week in a live stream, that I assume there's like a finite amount of money and all the rest of it. Because I don't think it lets you repeat the contest as much as you wouldn't. I think you've got like a limited time on each of them and all the rest of it. Oh shit, do you know what? I was supposed to go to that warehouse. I don't know why, for some reason I was heading to the gateway. Thankfully not that far off. If you want to play hardcore, drive a DLC truck. That's true, even like just in general, that's what I would do as a hard mode, is like I'd pick weaker trucks essentially. Like the time of day and all the rest of it. If it's night time now, so like every now and then I don't mind it being night time. But when it comes to making a video, I think it just sort of, in the long run, helps that it's daytime, so then the actual whole video is like, you can actually see what's going on. There's sort of not like 4/5 of the screen is blacked out. It doesn't look too bad at the minute for me watching my TV doing this, but if this video is now shrunk down onto the size of my iPhone, yeah, everything that's not in my headlights just ends up being like, that's it, sort of shaded, and you just don't really see it. Well, full night time like this I don't mind. It's when it's sort of half and half like that, I'm not as keen on it. I'm like a year behind, I'm just now in the Yukon. Does anyone know if the torque nerf affects all maps? I don't know, but I kind of got a feeling that there might have been some level of like torque nerf going on that will affect on all maps. However, when I did the reviews of the A&K Civilian and the Taiga, they both just felt better to drive on, like when I was back on Black River and all the rest of it. I can't say for the Yukon, because I remember that being a bit of a troll anyway. Like the mud on that was quite slow and trollish. Yeah, I don't really want to jump down there. I just have to go around the long way. Overall though, I'd say it doesn't feel like it was as badly affected on the earlier maps. But yeah, to be honest, I did go on the Yukon just to do the crossing the river test, but I wasn't really on there properly. But overall, the Yukon was a pretty slow map anyway. Like if you end up playing the Yukon and it does feel a little bit slow, It might be worth going to phase 4, getting the Zik 605R, because I think that'd sort of balance out quite nicely on the Yukon maps. Sorry, I just read I won a challenge and then it skipped up. Ruru Bliss, hard mode limits contest to 3 attempts, so it's a possibility not to get any money from an attempt. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's pretty bad really. And then again, once you've done all the missions as well, that's all the money you're going to get. So I wonder if you could even earn enough money to buy every vehicle. Which I don't know if you would or not. I can't remember because I just did like the money mod in the end on my playthrough, but I definitely grinded a hell of a lot of contests, particularly that delivery container contest, and other ones as well. And I don't think I had enough money in the end to buy everything. I probably wasn't far off though, actually, if I remember. But yeah, that was a lot of grinding of the contest, and obviously it was a few phases ago, so since then I've had more maps that have had more missions and more chances to earn money. So yeah, maybe by now, I mean eventually, if they keep adding phases and all the rest of it, I suppose there'd eventually be enough. But if someone's just playing hard mode and they haven't got the DLC or whatever, particularly that they didn't really pay out a hell of a lot of money back on like the original missions, so yeah, money's definitely going to be pretty hard to come by. I still haven't finished Amandra. I believe Amandra was one of the few I have finished, and I have no real interest in going back there. In some ways, it had its own charms at the time and all the rest of it. It's just, yeah, after a while it just got too slow for too long for me. But yeah, Lake Cobd, I could handle going back on Lake Cobd and stuff. That's not as bad. Or the second Yukon map. Yeah, to be honest, the Yukon is probably the phase that I need to go back and do the most, really. I'm not going to do any tonight, but I could have a look in a minute just to even see how many are left. Because yeah, between the sort of the bugs where the missions were just massive and you needed like 15 cargo containers, and the fact that they released mods, I believe, halfway through phase 2, I just, yeah, kind of abandoned that one. I never do the contest. Do you know, I've missed most of them for a while, to be fair. I used to do them, but for the last couple of phases and that, I think there is a couple. In fact, do you know the ones I never did as well, funny enough, was on the Yukon. There was that quarry. And was there like the short version and the long version or something? I don't think I ever got round to them. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to drive like Stevie Wonder. I wonder where the hell I'm going. This thing walks through there, no problem. Beast. Soviet, is that Dodge or Doge? Is that like the Doge coin? I think I've seen it. This guy's criminally underrated. I appreciate it, dude. I'm not sure I'd agree, but nonetheless, I appreciate you saying so. What else do we need? Vehicle spare. I think I can get all that on the other map. Could do with grabbing 2 bricks actually. Oh yeah, this tree. Oh, I missed it. Sons of bitches. Oh, I can't let it go now. Let's just secure the cargo. Oh no. My remote is deciding to die with down on the D-pad again. I need to know if I can kill this tree. Oh yes. It was worth it. I'm good. Feel better now. I did both the Wisconsin maps, which were fun but long. True, I did quite like the Wisconsin maps though. That was it's definitely a pretty good phase. One of the better phases, I would say. And this one. I certainly think this and Wisconsin, it's probably fair to say they might be my two favourite of, like, yeah, the DLC phases and all the rest of it. Black River and all that I think is my favourite, like, original, just that came with the base game. The factory grounds and that, phase 5, I do like a lot. There wasn't a whole lot mission wise on there as well again, or like not really a lot of sort of, yeah, on the maps and all that again. And then what else? Yeah, the Yukon I wasn't a particular fan of. Like I said, with the Zik 605R and that, it might be a little bit more balanced out by today's standards. Although someone did point out in the Yukon, yeah, there's a lot of frame lag that I got in that, which I didn't like either. It's D or G, if you're interested. So is that like, yeah, doggo? Always hear people saying doggo. Phase 5 was kind of annoying. I didn't really get annoyed, but what I would say though is I didn't really play it a hell of a lot to get annoyed, because there wasn't a whole lot of content on it. I think that's where, like, for example, in Mandra, by the time I got towards the end of that, it was just, yeah, I'd kind of got pretty bored by it. Solid in the iceberg. Just nail it back over here. In fact, I could have a look what other mods I've got as well, actually. The Yukon was fun but long too. At the start, I did quite like the Yukon. Like, before I really got stuck into it, for the first week or two, I think it was, yeah, after that sort of first week or two, it was just there was like that mud section down the whole middle of the first map in particular, and then I remember on the Big Salmon Peak map, I went on a snowy route and it was just horrifically slow, and then I went with another vehicle to go and like refuel myself and all the rest of it, and it just, the snow was so bad and I couldn't really escape it on the Big Salmon Peak maps. And yeah, it all just got a little bit like, yeah, sort of, there's only so long I can sit squeezing the throttle at 0.1 mile an hour. And yeah, thankfully, like I said, the mods sort of came out at that time. It was a pretty good excuse. All the gold mine jobs, I think loads of the gold mine jobs I didn't do. I was a bit lazy on that one. I might have got like the first one done, maybe where I had to drop a trailer off or something like that. Big stupid trailer with the Cat 770G that, yeah, was just for that and that's it. And you couldn't even get the rocks out or anything. The slow pace of a Mandra was hard. Yeah, exactly. It just sort of, after a while, was a bit like, ugh. Just want a bit of speed. Go flying around. And that mission they had, what was it, Star in the Sky? It would have been better if they somehow made it so you could do it in one trip or something, because wasn't that the one where you had to go back and get all 3 plane pieces? And in the end I kind of cheated and just stacked them on the roof of Bruce and just did it all in one trip, which I'm definitely glad I did, because I really wouldn't have enjoyed yeah, just going there and back 3 times. That was sort of like a bit too far of trying to like stretch out the mission. And the cabin debacle, yeah, exactly, that was a disaster. I still don't like them to this day just because of that. As soon as I see cabins, it's like, oh no. Oh yeah, is the new Taiga worth it? Yeah, definitely, I would say it is. It's pretty nice. It's pretty decent. As far as trucks go in this game, it's certainly up there with like the Vorons and the original Taiga, that sort of stuff. I beat the first 3 original maps and kind of took a break. First 3, yeah, it was like Alaska and all that, yeah, and Tamir. Yeah, no, there's plenty left, particularly if you got the DLC as well, where you got like the all those. Then yeah, this game is a pretty massive game, really, when you think about it. So yeah, I've mentioned it before, but I don't know how many hours it'd take to complete this, but I'd assume it's got to be in the hundreds, really. Just take this trailer. Could swap it for a 2-slot, but to be honest, I don't really think it matters. You know, in fact, we can cut across the middle of the map as well. We'll see how well this iceberg actually goes across the middle, because I'm convinced they've kind of overcooked it on the river crossing. Most of them was slow as a snail too. True, it didn't really get me too bad. I will say though, the Northern Aegis map, I don't know, I really didn't like that at first, and then it wasn't as bad once I figured out how to avoid the slow bits. What was it called again? I don't know. The Chimcharuski, yeah, that map. That helped save it a bit, because that one wasn't as painful. The yeah, Erska River, that got a little bit like meh after a while. There was sections on that that were unnecessarily slow. Taymir was okay. Yeah, Taymir was pretty cool. Zimnegorsk was a little on the slow side, but I didn't really mind it by then. I wasn't on Zimnegorsk for very long, because I got into that habit of like collecting and doing the missions sort of as I was exploring the map, so by the time I kind of fully explored Zimnegorsk, I only had a couple of missions left. Tell I've been here before. Get in that high gear, can it stay? There's little patches on this river, yeah, if you can hit the right bit, go a bit quicker, but they don't always make sense either, because they're not always like on the road really, on the path that it's marked out. I honestly think they should add like a European map, or like some Australian one. Yeah, no, I agree. Australia I think would be pretty cool. They could do kind of like, yeah, not desert, but that kind of dry, arid environment with some little lakes and river crossings maybe. And yeah, good chance for a road train. I'm always up for a road train situation going on. And all sorts. But yeah, who knows what they've got planned in the future as well. Like the next game on from this, as someone was saying earlier, whether it would be like MudRunner, SnowRunner, all sorts. Yeah. Because they seem to just be sticking to America and Russia for this one. But I think, yeah, for the next game, I'd probably 3 environments I'd like to see is something like Australia. Yeah, some European stuff. And then, like I said, sort of, whether it's India or whatever, just like the deadliest roads kind of thing. Could be anywhere, really. As long as it's some, like, driving along the side of a cliff and all that would be pretty cool. Which they have kind of added elements to in this map. There was quite a good one, actually, on Imandra. They just often put them in such an obscure place, though, that it's a bit of a palaver just to get there and actually have a go at it. Plus, if you fell off that one on Imandra, you were absolutely, like, in no man's land. I'll get it out of high, because that does kind of force wheel spin. This thing definitely gets through there more convincingly than anything else I've driven. So I can see you can start doing contracts. Yeah, open bridges, landslides. Sorry, I didn't see which map you meant though. Smith, what's the hardest mission you've done, Mr. Wolf? It's a good question. Just trying to think, actually. I mean, to be fair, like, that star in the sky's got to be kind of up there. I'm not sure if it was, like, the hardest or it was just driving me a bit mad, to be honest. Probably a bit of both. There's certainly missions I've done where it's just went disastrously wrong. I'm trying to think if I can even remember the names of them, though. Hitboxes. Oh yeah, then it was the crane leg thing it was hitting. What a way to go out. Let's try that one. I gotta be honest, I don't really know why I went for that gap to begin with. Should have just stayed over this side. Titanium we'll do in mud. Was that in snow? Are you on about taking the titanium on a snowy map? Do you know what? I really don't like this boggy section. I don't even like. It makes sense as a boggy section. It does well as a boggy section. Mission accomplished for whoever had to design this boggy section. But as far as driving through it, I really don't like it. Yeah, I've not had that like weird portal in the sky glitch happen as well since. In my opinion, I think the stupid rocket trailer delivery mission was the hardest. It was definitely a bit of an awkward one. If you're actually thinking like technical hardness, that's what she said, of there's no way around it that was an awkward mission. I think I didn't end up having a particularly hard time on that, but I think part of it was because I'd heard in the comments quite a lot that it was a bit of a nightmare. And I think, one, I kind of planned my route quite cautiously and well based off knowing that it was a bit of a nightmare. I already had other Zixes and Loafs scattered around that were like backups and could help me out a bit. And yeah, I think I just expected such a nightmare of a mission that it was definitely not an easy one. I think that's a pretty fair one to say it's one of the more objectively difficult missions. But yeah, it went surprisingly well for me, considering it was the 8-slot trailer as well, which drives me insane at the best of times. I ended up doing a bit of a weird kind of shortcut where I cut through like a really narrow piece of river that was a bit awkward, bit sketchy. I may have used the quit and reload method as well. Possibly, I can't remember. I've used it quite a lot. J-War, the dolphin. What's that? Always got to get a dolphin. Curious how 20 wheel drive does for traction and power, just to fool around in it. Is that, yeah, in the snow? I can go and test it on a snowy map. I'll get this mission in the bag and then I can nip to find somewhere to go flying around in it quickly. Could go to White Valley, see if it can climb the mountain. Might have to jump it off the river, off the cliff. Yeah, and we can see if it can cross the river. That is worth doing. It's for science. On a need-to-know basis, and we do need to know. Loaf needs to know. Doesn't remain a goddamn professional by not knowing. Okay, Breadfish, definitely any of the big contracts for the gold mine in the Yukon, they were the hardest in my opinion. To be honest, I might have skipped them as well. I'll have to, I'll look in a sec as well. Oh no, saying that, this is my modded playthrough. I won't have hardly any, if any, done on this playthrough. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure the Yukon is like probably quite easily the most left for me. Goods. My hardest missions so far have all been logging missions. True, some of them are a bit of a pain. I do quite like the logging missions. I don't know why, as such. I seem to have, like, just inherently have a bit more patience for the logging missions. I don't know if it's just from Mudrunner days. The trailer's going a bit mad. But yeah, I will agree, some of them are definitely been a bit of a pain in the arse. Got to try and remember the names of the missions as well. And there's missions like that super order or whatever it is that I don't really know if it was like a difficult mission. It was just, yeah, there's no way around, like there's a lot of stuff to deliver to a lot of places and that's it. There's no real way around it or anything, you just got to do it. The game requires a lot of risks and decision making and physics. True, that's the missions that I would say are like I'd class as objectively harder, are where there is more risks involved. Like if you can tip off that, yeah, Star in the Sky mission definitely had a few places where I think to get that big fat low loader trailer or the wide boy, whatever the bloody hell it's called, I think I had to get that along like the narrow bit of cliff, which was pretty risky and sketchy. And then there's other missions where, I don't know, I could say they were difficult to me as in it went wrong for me and I crashed and tipped and there was like a big rescue operation and all the rest of it. If it had gone smoothly though, it's a bit like this mission now really. It's kind of just driving from A to B. That's what I mean on this map. There's not really a lot of like map to fall off, if that makes sense. Wherever you are, you can obviously tip on this map like you can with any map. But yeah, there's not really anywhere where like I'm going to start falling down like a big hill or anything. Probably with the exception of like the watchtower on the Yellow Brick Road map. Super Order is what I'm on now. The logging ones before that using just American trucks was rough. True, yeah, the American trucks are certainly lacking like the muds and all the rest of it. But yeah, the Super Order, I think I did the Super Order and then turned the game off or something before I'd completed it. Because I remember it's back on my my playthrough, but I definitely remember doing it. I think I must have completed it and then just turned the game off, and then because it like loads back 30 seconds and then I hadn't completed it and then I must have just quit it and gone on to something else. Then yeah, I don't think I ever actually got it counted. It's a nice thing with the iceberg. It's pretty well planted. Quite a lot of trucks would have tipped in that situation. Or me was when I had to do the Podonskoy village task because there was this really annoying hill that kept on flipping. Yeah, it's a pain when you get stuff like that. Just certain spots in maps where, again, in the right situation it can obviously be fun, it's half the point of it. But certain bits where you just know it's going to tip you, and there's not really a whole lot you can do about it, you just got to go for it. Watch yourself tip. And then yeah, get yourself out of it, but you kind of know it's going to happen before you're even there. Bricks for the last one. Is the fuel going to last? I'm not sure. Well, I've always got a goddamn horse, but I don't know, if I can drop the hammer enough, probably best not going through the snow. Rebel by choice, I still have trouble with the forklift. Is that just like using it? Do you mean, or is there like something else going on? I'm pretty slow at using it. It's just one of them where it, yeah, it's just a lot of effort to use the forklift. There's not really any quick way to use that either. So I can just sort of see half that word. Oh, and then difficult when I played it solo. So I missed the mission though there, sorry. Dalton Jinx, what is your opinion on the vanilla login trailer? I used the fifth wheel trailer on the Olsom's trailer pack. So like the normal login trailer, yeah, it not that keen like the medium login trailer. Once you got it loaded up, it's a bit too floppy and annoying, and then it's got the dolly axle thing, which you try and reverse the trailer and it's pretty much guaranteed within a fifth of a truck length it's going to kind of like try and jackknife itself and tip over. Some of the trailer packs actually, funnily enough, I had to, like before I started the live stream, I had to delete a couple off. I had I can't even remember the name of them now. I think one of them might have been Pog Rims or something, trailer pack, and then there was another one. For some reason they just kept having loading wheels next to them, and they weren't they just wouldn't finish, so I had to unsubscribe to them. But yeah, certainly, like, I'm not a massive fan of the normal login trailers. I don't blame people that have just downloaded, like, yeah, modded versions. The modders tend to just make better, more thought out, more user friendly versions than we get as standard in the game. Still surprised that titanium got round this little wiggly section here. Oop. Could have turned a bit quicker there, it was more my fault. Some of the American trucks with medium logging add-on are very tippy. I found the HX worked well for me logging. The P12 was just too weak. Yeah, the P12 sadly is a bit of a gutless beast. This is why I was turning around before I get the cargo. That'll do. There's the bricks. Yeah, sorry, the American trucks though, they are pretty tippy. Especially when you're doing logging. I was using, might have even been the Tayga the other day. And again, the Tayga actually did very nicely. But it was definitely on the tippy side, to say the least. I think I did tip. I think I had to send in the goddamn horse, if I remember correctly. I wonder if you can knock that tree over. I've got a feeling you can't, but yeah, we had to know these things. Science deserves it. Don't need the forklift, it's terrible. It is, yeah. I appreciate that they added it in the sense that they did it, they added it, it's a forklift, it does what it says on the tin. It's got all the different controls that you can do everything a forklift and, yeah. But it's just too fiddly and slow, and like the way you can lift cargo in this game with a crane, where it's just automatically click X and it's like connects a winch point, is just so much easier and more fluent that unless you really wanted to sit there and use the forklift properly, which when we first got it I did, sat there for a few hours and messing around and slowly picking up cargo and all the rest of it. So yeah, I certainly don't think it's worth using and all the rest of it, blah blah blah, but I don't want to knock that they added it, because at least they attempted it, and at least it's now there, even if it serves as like a good example of something that's not worth using. It's better than just never existing in the first place. But I do agree, it kind of sucks. Well, it was actually really nice at driving, like off-roading as well. The tyres on it were pretty decent. It definitely needed a snorkel. It couldn't handle more than like a little shallow puddle. Smith Classic Azov was my go-to workhorse, yeah. Dolphin was the beast. Dolphin and Loaf was like that OG pair for me. Got a lot of this entire game completed with them too. The Azov 64131. Which one's 6? Yeah, that's John, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah. No. I can't even remember now. Yeah, I think it is. Again, with the old phone numbers. Well, the fuel did make it. It was close. That's true, actually. If I had a roof rack on this, that crane really wouldn't be too happy. Another one in the bag. Oh yeah, is this repairs and that now? Which would be nice if it is. 13 grand. How much money have I even got on this game these days? How much did I put on this one? 46 million. A little bit low, but I should manage. Right, so we're going to take the titanium somewhere snowy. Repaired, yeah, so cool, at least that's done. Garage slots. I'm not going to do that now, but I just want to look quickly what it was I even need to do. Concrete blocks, oh, back there again. An oversized cargo, back there. So again, I won't do that now. Maybe nip back later, I don't know. There's me titanium. They don't look that big on the map there. Oh yeah, shit. Forgot I had that up in the air. Take this one. Get got down my horse, alright. Just to be safe. To be honest, this thing, if it jumps off the cliff, probably touching the bottom when it's still at the top. Suffice to say, hi Mr. Lone Wolf, how have you been? It's been a while since I last watched your live stream. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Cheers, dude. How are you doing? I've actually, like I said, dodged a headache yesterday / earlier, whatever it is. I never keep track of the time these days. But yeah, apart from that, I've been doing pretty well, thank you. BMX Ninja Gaming. Hey, how's it going, Wolf? Good day, my friends. Yeah, again, yeah, doing pretty good. Cheers, dude. How are you doing? Like button attached as a trailer and then loaded up with cargo. I appreciate it, dude. I am well, thank you. That's good to know. Joe, one thing, I can't believe how quick like the time is going. It still feels like the last I remember was like the beginning of December, and then now December's gone, Christmas is gone, New Year's been and gone, even 2021's been and gone, which is probably for some people. I think most of us are probably glad to see the back of that one. It's definitely one of them years you'll be saying to your grandkids one day, you should have been there for 2021. It was a rare one. Back to White Valley to do the Jeff special. It's true. Although I don't think this thing will handle the Jeff special. Too many wheels, wrong gearbox. Has anyone else noticed that the loading screens take bloody ages these days? Like, I'm sure they're getting longer each phase. One of the reasons I brought this to White Valley was because when I originally scouted this map, I did it in the Cat 745C. But I think if we're going to drive it, we could see if it gets up this mountain. I think that's a pretty good challenge. And then yeah, we'll see if it can cross the sea. I'm probably going to have to get a loaf though. That's kind of the rules. We need to know when it tips. Again, it's all for science. Stephen Hawking would be proud. Saying that, I was on I don't know, Google or something the other day. It popped up saying it was Stephen Hawking's 80th birthday. So, like, do you mind? Trying to find big pairs of tits. Oh yeah, run. Oh, I hate it if that's the engine running. Go. Be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what happens when I get to the top of the mountain, as to how much this articulation will work. I use the other scouts to mark that the forklift is really good in snow and mud. Yeah, that's what I mean. In the mud particularly, like, and the snow I suppose, but I more remember it in the mud. Yeah, it was like very good. I think you could take the forks off it in the end, couldn't you, and just drive it around as, like, sort of just the vehicle without that. BMX Ninja Gaming, this is the first time watching the stream. I appreciate it, dude. Oop, shit. That'll be a telegraph pole. If the steering was a little quicker, it'd be nice. It doesn't feel too out of character, because this truck's so massive, it kind of, yeah. Makes enough sense, but still. A slightly quicker reaction time would be cool. Might be awkward getting up here though. Try and go this way. I might get stuck in a minute though. We looked out on that one. I have to say another thing to its credit, I probably should say touch wood at this point since I'm going on a funny angle, but it's not tipped yet. Even when I jumped off that non-bridge and it flicked the cargo off, this thing ended up back on its wheels. Suffice to say, cheers to Stephen. BMX weird. What's that? Sorry, I might have missed a bit there. I think if anything's going to have grip, it's going to be this thing. Chain tyres did alright on the rocky section. That's how much flex it's got. Did make it up here though. Can it turn? See the tree that I want to kill. Loaf's back. Gigantic titanium ski boots. Oh, yes. These trees ain't easy to kill. I need to bring the good stuff to kill these ones. Not sure if that one is killable, that could even be an invincible one. One other thing we just need to check. If it doesn't break it, it's probably invincible. We'll let it off. It's one of the boys now. Reverse, please. Oh, that's pretty good. Just reversed into that tree and killed it. Suffice to say, you have a lot of practice. What's that, killing trees? Gotta get that in. Next thing you know, they'll be all over the place. Look at them. taking the piss. Oh yeah, I have to say, again, this thing is surprisingly, like, practical and quite usable for the size of it and all the rest of it. I was still looking forward to using it. It's a bit like that Arnie thing. And I do like that Arnie truck, because there was just exploring that element of the game of just having a gigantic truck. But it was a little bit awkward to do a lot with, because it was, like, quite fat and wide trying to get it anywhere. This thing, yeah. The fact that the steering's sharp enough that you don't have, like, a 4-mile turning radius. So it works out pretty nicely. Gonna see, can we tip it? Certainly can. Nice. Oh crap. I guess the loaf. Excuse me. Goddamn horse. Noticed this as well about the last week or so. I keep getting stuck on, like, once you run a dead tree over. I've been getting hooked on the actual, like, yeah, the dead tree. Oh, he's down. We'll leave him there. He'll find his way out. To be honest, I was just about to say I'm not going to sit here and actually properly try and rescue this thing out of the trees, because I'll be here for the next hour or two trying to do that, which I would happily do. Next up is the swimming test. The engine. It's like the massive engine as well. It looks tiny when it's starting up in this thing. Send in the GDP. True. We can try a rescue test with it. I've got a feeling, like, I don't know, because of the weight characteristics, when I was just rolling down the hill there, it felt like it wanted to plant on its wheels like it is now, but then once it got over a certain point, it felt like it was, I don't know, sort of not top heavy. It reminds me a little bit like a fat version of the Tatrin, the way that tips over. So I don't think it'd be that hard to flip. If I tipped it, say, just here, so it was on flat ground, I think it'd be pretty easy to tip. I could be wrong though, we'll try it in a minute. I'll be able to tip it somewhere, one way or another. I have an Irish friend, he'd agree, English is terrible. Who does? Little old us. Watch a film in the time it takes to get to the end of the bloody runway. That's what I say. And how many restarts for you? One for me so far. What, like playing the whole game, do you mean? Or you're on about like recovering to the garage? When I first started this game, I refused point blank to recover anything to the garage. I sent stuff out and rescued everything, and if that tipped, I'd rescue the rescue thing. And then, yeah, one of the trophies was to recover 10 times or something, and that very quickly cured me of trying to, like, stick to some non-recovery rule. See, that's the thing, we're already, like, at the bottom of the cliff. Hopefully. Keep tipping. Now stay there. We'll give it a go. There's already a goddamn horse chilling there. Look at him. Getting his tan. Never the right winch point. handy. Oh, and I got fuel. What a goddamn horse. Got everything. The Swiss Army Loaf. Do I delete that bridge or not? I don't know. Just have a little play around. I might do a separate video on this. We'll see. I'm gonna have a little go now, but as we all know, I can easily just get lost and then I'll sit here for the next. Where the hell do the winch points just go? Oh, that was weird. Is that? That's on the bridge, isn't it? I don't want to go. Sliding a bit. Let's delete that bridge. What? Oh, questing. I thought it was on about like having to restart the whole game then. Oh, so is that a winch point on this? No. I wonder as well if I can still move those winch points. That'd be quite handy if I could. So it doesn't slide too much, it did a little bit. Let's try over here. Yeah, just get rid of these winch points. Is that the back of it? Yeah. See if the back slides. Really? Have you ever noticed the similarity between the comma British 1950s van and the Loaf? I'm not specifically. Comma. I probably know the vehicle you're on about, I just can't think, the name doesn't ring any bells. Oh yeah, sorry. And then, yeah, I'll try from the front a bit as well. Why am I going so slow? Is it not getting out of first gear? That's weird. If not the other plan, because Loaf does have some torque. I already reckon I can tip this though, just from how easy it's been shifting here and there. This is doable. I'm not going to sit here all day doing it. I want to try in a minute getting the load packed on it and crossing the river. Plenty of fuel tank things down here. Must have been flying. Oh yeah, it's probably when I had Fox's Roadrunner thing. See if we can do it this way. That was a bit of a shit angle there. Gonna go. Need to hook under the little chassis there. Not going yet. Oh yeah, I tell you what, I did want to just try quickly. No, it won't. No. So you can't move those winch points unless, like, I assume if you're already, if they're already out, they'd stay where they're supposed to. Sort of nutter. If not, I could use a dolphin as a wedge. I still think though, given it long enough. Oh yeah, I reckon I could move this. To be honest, it looks like the back half of it's locked at the minute. What's up, nutter? We'll try this. Oh. Closer than that. I'm looking for someone to play this game with. I already finished this game. To be honest, I've still got, I don't know, quite a bit to go there. Particularly, yeah, as I was saying earlier with the old Yukon. God's sake, choose the right vehicle once game. I'll be there in a minute, nutter. These things though. I think if you're gonna tip it, the front seeming like it's gonna be the best. Front it seems to have a little bit of leverage. The rear, I don't know. To be honest, the back end looks like it's just the physics are sort of locked in place, which it does every now and then. Once you stick a winch on it a couple of times, it should free up. I'm just saying, it just looks like the front was moving, but the back was like. See how it just looks like, even as the front was sliding round, then the back was absolutely like just locked, dead. Oh shit, I'm in reverse. I was wondering then, I was like, why am I not going forward? Too much goddamn horsepower. There you go, you could sort of see them when it like popped out and it started moving. So you can see from the weight, like it wouldn't sit like that if it wasn't bottom heavy. It's a bit like the long nose Kolob has a similar weight characteristic where it's a pain in the arse to tip. If you get it completely upside down, it can tip, and it's like it takes a bit of oomph to get it going. But then once you start even just shifting it a little bit, it's sort of like a weeble wobble thing or whatever, where it just carries itself back. Like even now, really, yeah. Most trucks wouldn't just flop back down like that. And then yeah, lastly, I want to try out how to hit a ramp. So that's what I was saying. Like I won't do it now, but. Say for example, if you could find like the absolute midpoint weight wise of the truck is like there, leave those winch points like that, and then if you ever do tip, you've got like the perfect midpoint to flip it. BMX Ninja Gaming, I'm bored, I'd love to play this game with someone. If you go on to multiplayer, do you know what though as well, with multiplayer, have they fixed the whole issue where, like, so you can speak to each other and stuff? Because I remember that being a thing back a little while ago, that like people weren't able to hear each other on the headsets, and then I can't really remember. I've not really heard anything since then that I remember. I remember, what's his name? Squirrel's a guy, like a YouTuber. He did a video. He was on multiplayer and he's able to talk to his mates. But when I went on multiplayer once to go and do that trophy, I couldn't hear the people. I could see their little microphone things at the bottom or whatever, or wherever it, I think they kept flashing up on the screen. But I was never actually able to hear anybody. Attempt 12, Wolf, would you like to try the Yukon in Russian super trucks, like the Zix or the Iceberg? The Yukon... I don't know if it goes as far as to say I'd like to try it, but if I ever do go back to that, yeah, it's probably... Oh shit, like folded the ramp underneath my truck. It's probably going to be like in some kind of like, yeah, the super trucks. I'm sure at some point I did try the... see what happens if I activate the ramp now. I did try the Zix. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I tried the Zix on the Yukon on flooded foothills, and I think it did alright. Well. What is that? Why is it? If something is breakable, I usually find a way to break it. To be honest, I'm just going to recover and come back. Because I don't know if, yeah. What I don't want it to do is blue screen me. How is your progress on every region? Just curious. I'll have a look in a sec. It loves to throw tantrums, it certainly does. I think it's having the time of its life up. I thought it was going to start doing the same thing the Hummers used to do. So yeah, note to self, remember to pack the ramps afterwards, don't just reverse and let them fold under the vehicle. So I wasn't too happy about it. Yeah, Mudrunner was great for making friends, but impossible on this game. Why, is that, yeah, can you not hear people through the microphones? Is that all, yeah, you know, just the way it all works. Rebel by choice, lol. I definitely wasn't expecting it to start freaking out like that. But pretty happy with the results, not gonna lie. Oh no, I've just gotta wait 5 years for it to get to the end of the runway again. Okay, no. So I think the Loaf might have felt that one. Oh, this thing only got 2 gears. My one's actually doing like the blink and rubbing my eyes, but it has actually got 2 gears, hasn't it? Wishful thinking that was going to be quicker, but we have to know. Multiplayer is easy on this game without mods. True, I'd certainly on some of the fatter missions as well. It'd be pretty handy having a little group of people going out to do it. Suffice to say, Alaska has so much petrol lying around. It's nice. It's how it needs to be. Shoot. Yeah, I could jump up here again, I suppose. I was going to say, if I could just go on this thing, it should just like slither its way down the cliff. It's just that dolphin being away, it's like, oh no. In real life, if you couldn't even move this, that was just someone else's truck parked there. Shit street right about now. Well, I wonder if I can get a Loaf on the roof. I might actually have to, because I don't know. I don't this thing from where the snorkels are. I don't think this thing is getting across the river. it's not bad as a log holder if it doesn't freak. So is freaking out something it potentially is a little bit known for? or did I just get unlucky there? Well, unlucky, I did kind of reverse the ramp under, which probably didn't help the situation. Well, that's good, at least it's got like winch points up here as well. So I might go and get that Azov. Not sure if it would fit on the roof. Well, it's going to be the roof and that little back section. Loaf did take a bit of a whack. Who does know? No. Don't know if it will. It'll be close. Quick look. Where's the refill? Oh, what? Can I not even reach one of them? Oh, well, there goes that idea. Oh yeah, sorry, someone was asking as well the what percentage I'm on. Oh yeah, sorry, this is on my modded playthrough though. So yeah, I'm only on like 2% on the Yukon and stuff. I think I'm on like the high 80% on my normal playthrough. Right, we're gonna floor it and go for it, but to be honest, I think this thing's gonna drown, kind of quick. No, get the Loaf. It's hard to tell. It's a pretty massive vehicle. So it kind of does sit higher than you'd think. Tried to freak out the Bart 6 the other day too. So it has a history. Yeah, no, it's definitely not getting over there. I can't tell. I was gonna. Thought it was a last ditch effort. It might float. See if it had a Loaf on the roof. Could zombie winch it. Well, I might go back Lowland, might do this last little garage mission, and then call it a day. Oh yeah, shit. I left the goddamn horse. Still swimming around in the water. Stood on its nose and twirled until I recovered it. So it's definitely, gone a bit mad. Can't exactly say it jumped, more like slipped over the edge. That's what she said. Rebel by choice. My first playthrough, I'm at 55%. I'll have a look when I finish this. I'll can recover back to the main menu, and I can just see what my my playthrough's on. I think it normally gets up to about 90%, but then they release the next phase, and then it goes back to say 82% or whatever. Not bad on percentage, even on this playthrough then. I got 100% on everything just from playing for over a year now, and I play a lot. Yeah, true, 100%, it's definitely pretty good going. Like, I don't think I'm silly far off, but yeah, I think the only map that I might have absolutely everything done, I think Black River. Oh yeah, maybe Amandra. Out of curiosity then, if I activate them ramps and then start reversing, yeah, they do just kind of tuck under themselves. just seeing if I could get it to go a bit mad again. It's looking like it's taking it pretty well. I hate contests and only do them to get the 100%. There are a few of the contests I don't mind, but yeah, for the most part I know what you mean, that I don't tend to bother. Now there we go. Whatever's going on, it looks painful. Well, that's one way to get onto the garage roof. It's better. Well, at least we know. What's it like with broken suspension? No, it still travels. Oh yeah. Straight back to it. Repair the bridge. Yeah, I've got the trailer store. Okay, we can look into doing that. Put that away for a minute. Where's the other one? Do say, if you're gonna fuck up, at least fuck up so bad they wonder how you did it. Nearly went well. We were close. Yep. A little fire hydrant at Winch point. Take back all the times I've hit them. So I'm trying to get the camera pulled out. Really could do with an extra bit of length when it comes to this vehicle. Why the magic of editing helps. I just get into situations where halfway through it's like, what am I doing? P16 doesn't exactly look like a winner from this. To be honest, it doesn't look like anything really won. Trailer's core. That is the only thing wrong in this scenario. Oh shit. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. Get rid of that trailer. Just wrecking the whole thing. So, okay, it might have help. Just want my crane truck back. P16 can carry a titanium. It's, I mean, yeah, it's pretty respectable. Probably not as well as a Loaf could, but can't really blame it for that. Well, can I not refuel? Let's try that whole thing again. Modern art sculpture. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. If it wasn't like gigantic and blocking up the entire sort of entrance to the garage, I would have considered keeping it. Might have to try it again at some point though, because I wasn't disappointed with the results. I know that much. It's close. Extra bit of length, that's what she said exactly. She enjoys an extra bit of length. Oh no, so it won't let me get a... Oh yeah, that's the thing. Do I need the bridge layer mod truck to get the bridge sections? We'll see. Or even if they show up, it might not let me like choose them unless I've got the truck. So we'll see. I'm pretty damn certain. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm certain I did turn them on. Yeah. So I'm gonna need like the truck mod with the actual like bridge laying mechanism just for it to be able to let me have the trailer. There is other shades of colours of the trailer. I know it's unlikely, but I can just have a quick look. See if I can blag it. Nope. I think that's like, I think there was only 3 colours anyway. So yeah, well, it's a bit of a shame. So we'll abort that mission then, we'll have to save that for another time. To be fair, I may well keep this mod on. Because it is actually pretty good. Considering it is massive and should be completely awkward. It's not been that bad. Oversized cargo, but there ain't going to be one there. No, there ain't. Suffice to say, this is awesome. What the this thing? It's definitely overall. Especially, I like the fact that it has got those movable winch points on it. It's a pretty cool idea overall, I would say. And it kind of makes sense how it's got like the whole winching system thing on it. Oh yeah, gonna have to get a beast. Yeah, the fact that in real life, like, you could kind of move the winch points along it like that. I know they wouldn't necessarily stay rigid, like it'd be cable, not solid, but close enough. Oh yeah. Always got a spare loaf or two sitting around. Never have too many. Front of this truck looks like it's some Thunderbird. Do you know what it does actually? It was something was reminding me of, like, I kept thinking Thunderbirds or something in my head. Which vehicle was it? I used to love Thunderbirds as a kid. Question is, what was the best Thunderbird? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Trying to think. I really liked Thunderbird 2, the big fat green thing. But I suppose you kind of got 2 for 1 then, because it held number 4, didn't it, in like the little capsule in the middle. Number 1 was like the silver rocket, number 2 was the big fat green thing, number 3 was the red rocket, I believe. Number 4 was the little yellow submarine thing going on, and number 5 was the... wasn't it like a space station or something like that? I'm actually surprised I even remembered anything then. I don't even think I've seen Thunderbirds for... what am I now? I mustn't have seen it for 25 odd years. I have an idea. Wolf, put 2 login trucks on titanium, finish logging missions quick. That's true. To be honest, you can put an add-on on this. In fact, I would like to do a login mission with this instead. I don't really think this is going to be the map for it though. Have I got anywhere that has like 2 long login missions? There is, but it's to Island Lake. 5 was the space station, yeah. Yeah, do you know, I've not seen that in bloody ages. That was good though. I did enjoy that back as a kid. Well, I probably still would now, let's be honest. I think I'd enjoy all the classics. The Thomas the Tank Engine and all sorts. Maybe Wisconsin had. I just wanted to find something that was kind of fairly simple. It's just like 2 lots of long logs, preferably, would be quite nice. If not, I'll just have to stick to the normal mission. That'll do. That's a good excuse. We'll go and do 2 lots of long logs because I actually am quite curious to see. I suppose I'll recover both of them. Right, just check quickly. It was 2 long login frames, wasn't it? Long logs, yeah. Right, facts on it. Let's just load the map up first. Remember Captain Scarlet? I do, and I did watch it, and I wouldn't say I disliked it or anything like that, but I think I preferred Thunderbirds, and I can't remember a lot of Captain Scarlet. Like, I think it just kind of blurs into Thunderbirds a little bit, but if I've seen certain characters in that, I think I'd like start to remember them quite easily. I definitely watched it, I know that much. Damn, I just did one with 2 sets in Wisconsin. Yeah, and that's the thing. Again, it, like, if they either let us reset missions, or if they had like a mission crafter thing where you could like just make missions on each map and get paid out. See, even something like that alone would make hard mode a lot more bearable if you could like build your own missions. Take a loaf and that just for, well, I was going to say fuel, but probably more repairs if anything. This thing was taking random bits of damage earlier. As much as I would gladly spend the next half an hour trying to balance the loaf on the roof, I'll spare everyone me trying to do it. Joe 90 was in that. That rings a bell. I can't remember if I watched that or not. I've probably seen it, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I could go as far as to say like I watched it like on as a regular thing or anything. Live action time tunnel, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm trying to think what sort of stuff I watched. I remember obviously Button Moon when I was a proper young kid. It's the technical term, proper young kid. Sonic the Hedgehog, I remember I had that on VHS. Only like one film, that was pretty good. Well, I don't know if it was... Yeah, I think it was like a film, but certainly not like the modern Sonic film or anything. It was just like a cartoon. Definitely remember Thunderbirds, Ghostbusters. I do remember Captain Scarlet. I wouldn't... This was more my sister. Then I remember Bananas in Pyjamas. get that on video. Third attempt, take sideboard, off P16 and bridge layer will attach. Oh, will it? Are you... Oh, well. I'll have to possibly go back, if not, I'll save it for next week. I was going to say, this thing just wouldn't offer me any trailers, would it? At least that's, yeah, cheers for letting us know though, at least that's, like, it doesn't force you to have to get the actual truck thing as well. I quite like the truck that does the bridge laying. It just takes up quite a fat chunk of memory to where you can't put a whole lot of other mods on. Suffice to say, greetings from Michigan. Is that, yeah? And so how much then is, like, Michigan in this game? Did they get it accurate, or is it not? Does it not have the feel of home? Aussie Man, Captain Planet. That sort of rings a bell. I don't think I've I certainly didn't watch that or anything, but that does definitely ring a bell. I do quite like the turbine on this, I have to say. It's quite nice. Especially for, like, yeah, in this game they could have made it much more of a punish, but it's actually pretty good. That was some Call of Cthulhu stuff earlier. What's that when this thing was flying around? It was like a bit of an excited fish. It is accurate, yes, all-wheel drive, locking diff, mandatory up north. I should imagine it comes in handy quite a bit. Right. Long logs. Oh shit. And it just shit some logs out. Well. Not very too well. I'll give it a go, but I'm not going to sit here all night trying to flip it back. I know I have the stubbornness to do so. Is it going or not? It is. The question is it just going to rotate round, or is it actually going to tip? Yeah, I've got it on the top winch point. Most of the rocky and steep terrain is in the western upper peninsula, so we don't really have anything like, nothing crazy. The top winch points. Let's give them a go. Took a nice little loaf hole, but I can see it moving. It's like it's not really trying to tip towards me. It's just sort of scraping its along. That's where I was saying, if I could put the winch points to where, like, say, yeah, 4 or 5 axles down, and just leave them there, that'd probably be quite handy. Winch points, really. Actually, I wonder if that would make like a little bit of digging behind it. We'll see. Probably kind of nudged it out of the way. Oh shit. But yeah, It's just not really tipping, is it? It's just driving around. Try it this way, but it's just going to be one of them. It's a bit like flipping the bandit or something. It's just, yeah, like there. When it wants to go, it will go. Oh shit, I probably should have been driving forward then. Oh, I thought I wasn't even looking. Oh, it's caught on that little fucking, like, stairs there. Well, the next question, to be honest, is even if I get this thing flipped, can I even pack the logs? I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Well, not not both of them. I don't know. I didn't quite hit pack. Like, I know it was going all weird. I kind of can't see them fitting though, because the long logs on this game are pretty bloody long. Just need to get it past that little thing. Close. On this would help. It's difficult. The one time you want to wedge on a bloody tree stump. You need to get it away from that door bit. Might need Tatrin to give it a yank. True. Well, I definitely think I know I'm stubborn enough to sit here. I can get this thing flipped. Got it a bit away from the door. It's just more I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll be able to do this mission in the end anyway. So I'm not sure if it's going to let me have two lots of long logs. The first one might have packed. But even if it does, I just think they're going to overlap. Spamming none of it. I won't sit here all day doing it. Yeah, I don't know if it is going to. What did that just say? Probably deleted one of the logs, I reckon. First suggestion, pack logging trucks on titanium, drive offload, drive back on, repeat. Destination. It's true. I was more hoping like you could actually travel with two lots of long logs, but from what just happened then, it didn't go very well. Down here, so too far to travel. It was like a mud swamp in the deer country part of Michigan. What is that? Sorry, is that where you are, or like where the Michigan maps in this one is? Either way, it looks like it'd be a pretty cool place to live. I had a chainsaw and tried creating a ramp under the wheels, but you know, this thing definitely needs more gears than two as well, I reckon. Even like, considering it's only 2 gears, it's not horrific. you know what? I know I keep getting distracted by everything, but will I be able to jump the wall is the question. Long story short, Michigan in this game is way easier than real life. Well, I've got a feeling this isn't going to be able to do the mission. I've got to take it back quickly and check, but... sort of not keen about it. Probably can hit it. Probably hit it and get it right or whatever, but it's not just slipping over like I was hoping. But at least it does the thing where you can kind of keep steering just by reversing into something. Not a lot of trucks do that. Drive, I was a fool. It sounded like it didn't go well. Luckily I had about 8 friends on it. It's the best way. So the only time, well not the only time I've been in and around a car crash, but when me and my mates were messing around in the snow, and yeah, one of my mates stuck his handbrake on going about 60 miles an hour down a straight road and flew into the ditch. And yeah, these 2 old lesbians turned up in a Land Rover, got him out of there. I tell you, they're like a Formula 1 team, pulling cars out of ditches. They were on it, they were efficient. Let's get some like lesbian Formula 1 pit crews. He's smashing it. Excuse me. Looking rear wheel, that is what, rear wheel drive. There goes the rear wheel. Even with 36-inch mud tyres. See, in real life, 36-inch mud tyres I assume are pretty juicy. This game sort of makes it sound like you'd be wanting like the 50 inches. Say that, this thing's not got massive tyres really, considering. They probably are decent, I bet they're like mid-50s, I haven't really looked. Certainly not like 60, 70 inches, anyway. I think the wheels are too heavy. Could make a difference if the vehicle doesn't like it. Right. I'll try and pack the first lot quick because it started freaking out, yeah. Well... does that count? Yeah. I don't think it's going to be too happy driving like that. Surely only a matter of time until it starts freaking out. The back's looking like a paranoid schizophrenic. I would like to see it freak out. I'm not going to do the whole mission like this, not a chance. I'm not even going to really attempt the mission, but I would like to see the truck try and explode in some spectacular fashion. Good in ditches, go figure, exactly. Fall into a dike. They were on it. They undiked the shit out of them. Don't know why, they were incredibly efficient. Not sure, like maybe they... don't know. A fisting booked in at home or something, but they were on it. If I ever end up in a ditch, happily send in the lesbians. Hell. Even if I don't end up in a ditch, just send in the lesbians anyway. Yeah, well this ain't really going too smoothly. So it's see the rear set of logs. Where'd the front one go? Did that just... I'd already run over that log. Okay. Space. Can this even tip itself? Yeah, it's just weird. Got like a bit of an odd... Well, there's a backup plan. Before I turn it off then, I could go back to... well, let's just test it quickly. Them lesbians get on it lickety split. They certainly did. Oh yeah, shit, won't let me do that. Did you say this but without the sideboard? It's still not letting me do it. I'll do it. Damn. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. I don't know how else. I can't turn the bridge layer thing on. Yeah, I just think I've only got the actual bridges, not the layer. How's that? A warthog? Oh, it looks really weird there. None of us got a deer that week. We just drank beer. It's a good backup though. Well, might have to call it a day there maybe. It's not looking like it's going to let me get that bridge one way or another. So much more to this story. Base camp had trailers with heat. Weird, I have the bridge layer in a trailer pack and it attaches fine. I wonder what trailer pack you got, dude? I believe it's working for you. It's just one of those where it's like the game can be a little bit temperamental. I could try another truck or something, but it could be the trailer pack situation as well. I've got Fox's trailer pack on, but obviously that's like separate, the sort of the trailer mod itself. I only turned it on hoping that it wouldn't delete my sort of trailer section, bridge sections that I've already laid down on the map, but I may have already accidentally missed them anyway. I'll try one more time with this quickly. Rover by choice, have a good morning. I appreciate it, dude, you too. If it can't get it, we'll yeah, just call it a day. Otherwise I could spend the next hour or two randomly trying to pick something. Again, the magic of editing. Let's see on the off chance if it lets me have any of the other ones. It's doubtful, but you never know. Just gonna keep saying like I need the attachment. Yeah, the add-on required. Like it's not saying not enough space or whatever. It's just literally being a dick unless I've got the add-on. Lastly, I'll try one normal truck, and then if not, it's kind of not looking good. About as normal as we can get. Sort of seems in the tip just then. We brought the chainsaws and talked to the rangers about what trees we could harvest and take home. Jesus, handbrake. Any time this year. Yeah, no, it's just saying again, yeah, the add-on. Yeah, well, that's not having any of it. Recover. Right, I'll call it a day, but I'll just go back to the main menu so I can look quickly and see what percent I'm on. Pine is a no-no. Pine's worth a bit of dough. Ron took a number 2 in the middle of camp. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, load game. No, it is working. 78. That was on more than that earlier. It was on 80 something. I think it does adjust, to be honest, sometimes when you go on it. There's no way though, is there, like checking what I've actually got left to do. It's sat there frozen the whole week with an orange flag next to it so no one stepped on it. That's a good plan. Mark Rowe, I think it's called the Truck Life Trailer Pack. Do you know what, I might have had that earlier. I might have been one of the ones I had to delete as well, because it just kept having a loading wheel on it. It wouldn't actually, yeah, finish or anything. I had to delete them for it to pop up with a message saying like all downloads are complete. Yeah, because this is what I get like that, where it's got like a red warning thing. It won't let me choose it because there's just already too much memory used up, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, you can see there 800 and some megabytes left, but the actual memory itself. Yeah, it's that trailer pack I've got, off-road trailers, but Fox. But I haven't really got many mods that take up like shitloads of memory. So all these are all Foxes and that, they take sod all. That might take a little bit, I don't know. Well, it's not like the overall memory. But yeah, I kind of, well, at least I'm actually back on the mods now, so I can actually like look into them again. But again, I'm gonna have to kind of probably just get another playthrough, so I can start trying some different ones without it completely just nailing my memory. But overall, I will say though, this titanium, give it an upvote. It's pretty cool for the size of it and all the rest of it. It's actually surprisingly handles pretty well, steers pretty well. Doesn't really catch that bad considering it's got like a massive gigantic chin on it. I was taking odd bits of damage at first, but I don't know, maybe I just got unlucky because that didn't really seem like much of a problem afterwards. The crane's pretty cool as well. It's a strong crane, which is nice because normally it's, yeah, this thing, the heavy wrecker, that's got like a bloody good crane, but we can't tell. In fact, if I just turn off all the mods, disable all, yeah, you can see in like sort of near the bottom right of the screen where it says memory, and that makes like a white line go up over halfway. Like that one mod alone is taking up, yeah, over half of like the entire mods I can activate. So I don't have this activated that much anymore, but I do. I like it. Rover by choice, yeah, it adjusted when new phase came out. Oh, did it? Aussie man, more entertainment value than a millionaire streamer. Live streaming uncut anime for 10 hours. Got the weekend off. Oh, for copyright infringement. Gotta watch out for that copyright. I don't know what happened with that like little bit of music I put in the video the other day as well. I think it said something like flagged for copyright, but I don't know. Hopefully like whoever owns the song can just claim the video. Mark Rowe, truck life improvements, look at the description. The actual truck, I've got some truck life improvement thing on. Or I did, well, I've just deactivated all the mods, but where is it? That's one of the mods I actually do have. Yeah, that. Ooh. Yeah, well, I won't read all through that now, but is that the one you're on about, the truck life improvements, or is there like a trailer pack as well? Oh yeah, I tried that big fat boat once. But yeah, like I say, I'll probably leave it there. I don't know whether I might do a video on the titanium. I'm not too sure yet, but either way, pretty cool. I'd actually recommend it, even though I'm probably a few months late on it. Because it was, I'm sure it was like December, wasn't it, sometime? Probably even before that, maybe November odd, that came out. But yeah, pretty cool. So like I say, I'll call it a day there. I'll be back. Oh, I'm pretty much getting on as normal, to be honest. It's just some of the missions I've got left on, what do you call it, Lowlands and that. They're a little bit just of a normal, simple mission. So like I say, I might be the odd day here and there, but I've got all those missions to do. I've got to still want to do the Forester review. There's a couple of mod videos I'll probably do as well, because there's one or two that I'd like to try. I'm not going to go mad with them, because it's one of them. The amount there is, you can just, like, I could be there all day doing them. But yeah, there's a couple of them I want to check out as well. So still got stuff to keep me going for now. Mike Lang, thanks for the stream, Wolf. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers to everyone for popping in. Robo Choice, hope to see some videos this week. Yeah, I'll definitely, like I say, there's a couple of the contracts as well, some of the bigger ones. They might end up being like a two-parter or something, so I'll probably get in at least some of them done. It'll be like the main aim of the week, I reckon. Justin Lynch, good night, Wolf. I appreciate it, dude. Good night. Aussie Man, bye-bye, Wolf. I appreciate it. Mike Lang, take care, all. Miso Trash, see you, man. Be free. I will do. You too, man. Mark Rowe, I look at which pack the bridge layer is in, but I know it works. No worries, dude. I'll have a little play around with it. I might have just been getting unlucky with something going on. Yeah, I'll have to have a little test around. But yeah, alright, I'll call it a day there, though. Enjoy your mornings, evenings, whatever it is you're up to, and I'll be back pretty soon.